All right, perfect. We're on. Sorry, what is Playotic without a little bit of usually audio issues? This time it's gup issues. That's pretty common. So hey, everybody, thanks for hanging out still and kicking it with us this weekend. It's been such an amazing weekend. We've had a lot of really good times with good people on here, and we have raised a good amount of money. We're over $2,300. And that's just blows my mind. I don't really know what to say that I haven't said already, but it's just such a privilege to get to do this with everybody. Everybody's come together and just done such an awesome job, and has been really proud to be a part of this with you all. So thank you, and I'm going to give everybody applause that has contributed so far to this amazing weekend. What we're doing is raising money for kids who are fighting for their life every day. They're having to struggle, and this is expensive. Healthcare is so absurdly expensive. So we are here to help raise money for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals who provide this care to kids at no cost, so their families have a much easier time and they can just focus on getting better. So if you haven't heard the story of Victoria Inman and how Extra Life came to be, I urge you to go check out that commercial if you feel like crying. Content warning, it's very sad, but it's the exact reason that I decided that this is such an important event. And so many people have collaborated with it. It's been a blessing. So thank you. And tonight, I'm going to stop talking because I get to sit here and play, and I'm going to hand it over to Cross.
How are we all doing? Thank you so much, Scott, for the introduction. And a massive thank you to you and the rest of Playotic just for putting on this amazing event over this weekend. Absolutely phenomenal. Crushed it. I think I'm looking at the thing and it's $2,325 raised of a $1,500 goal. So massive congratulations on that. I just want to say that to you. It's been a phenomenal event, and thank you for having us all to be part of this.
Yeah, we're lucky to have y'all here. And with that, we just got another $50 donation.
There you go.
Thank you so much, Justin. We appreciate you a lot over here. That puts us at $2,375.
Wow, that is insane.
That's also $50 though, which triggers an event, Cross. So the next hit that happens in the game, the very first hit is going to be a crit, whether it be you or one of us.
Oh, you've given me too much power to play with that now.
When session
like
0
crit hit, walk into a tree.
And there's also a wild magic surge. I'll wait for something to start before that trigger that. So we have $15 donations trigger a wild magic surge from a crazy table we got, $25 to introduce a crazy companion that I can show up here on screen for you, and $50
Fantastic.
to make a hit crit. Yeah. And
all right.
magic
and
items
as
at
we
every
thought,
$100.
this is going to go off the rails quicker than we ever dreamed or imagined. So thank you so much for everyone joining us. Thank you for everyone that's hanging out with us for the late shift of the Playotic Games, Playotic Games After Dark. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining our adventurers. We are actually out in the middle of nowhere right now. We are joining a group of adventurers. Although this isn't specifically an adventure they're on tonight. We are joining a group of friends as they are traveling through the forest, heading towards the town of Arbroath. A kind of well-to-do village. Pretty high-end in a lot of ways and stuff. But our people are heading out there specifically.
Just $100 more until $2,500.
Wow. So I'm just hearing all the stuff coming in through my headphones there, and I get used to that. It's like, thank you for all of those donations. Like sorry, it's like ADHD kicks in, like I hear noises on my headphones and the brain stops working. So, but our heroes, or our party goers, are heading to the small town of Arbroath right now. One of the gentlemen as part of the group is, of course, our bachelor, our soon-to-be wed, joined by a couple of his friends and also his brother-in-law, who is out on the trip with them. But they're out in the forest. It's a fairly sunny day, nice weather, perfect for kind of just traveling along. You guys are maybe less than a mile away from the town at this point. You are not far at this point. Like, how are we all feeling heading towards this bachelor party?
Well, I'm feeling pretty good. Today's nice out today. Oh, I'm getting kind of nervous, Cled.
I got rashes on my hind parts. This horse saddle is uncomfortable. What did you do to this thing?
It's not a saddle, it's just a piece of cloth.
Oh, well, I can tell. I need some fine leather when we get to this next town if we're gonna keep traveling together. I tell you, you keep giving me these kind of things, you dang sure ain't marrying my sister come summertime.
Oh, Juniper doesn't do saddles. She just rides her like she's wild.
Oh, Junebug, she can do anything with the grace of God, I tell you.
Oh, what's that? Oh, no, she says, please do not put a saddle on her.
Oh, come on. All you taught me is to go fast, and you didn't turn me turn yet. All I can do is tell her I said, easy, baby. Can you tell her easy, baby, for me?
I can talk to animals, so I want to tell the horse to run, to just book it really fast towards town. And then I'm going to walk
You
lazily with
Juniper.
the rest of the friends.
to run. Juniper, who you've built up a fairly good relationship with at this point, absolutely takes off with Cled in tow and just starts galloping as fast as she can straight towards the town. For everyone watching, this is of course our bachelor, our soon-to-be wed, and his brother-in-law, who is now taking off on Juniper, heading towards the town. Gut, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
I'm Breeze Winderson, a Air Genasi druid, Circle of the Stars. I believe that everything can be told through the constellation, and it tells us where to go. And right now, that's to follow my heart and to find a ring that will make Cled give me his blessing to marry his sister. And so I have Juniper, one of my best friend's horse, that is now going to be accompanying Cled in battle and elsewhere as a dowry and a favor to a friend for love.
And of course, Cled, or played by Buck, who is currently firing towards the town, raiding the mangiest, dirtiest, scraggliest looking horse you've ever seen in your life. Buck, why don't you tell us a little bit about Cled?
Cled is the older brother of also Juniper. It's weird that he would name the horse after the wife to be, but you know, druids do druid things, I guess. Cled's older, scruffled veteran of warfare. He's actually came from squalid beginnings. His family was poor. By adventuring, he's acquired enough gold to move his family into a nice residence, and now he will accept nothing but perfection for his sister's soon-to-be husband. So he holds Breeze to a high standard.
Absolutely, as he should. So as Cled takes off on Juniper 2, heading straight towards the town, or Juniper 1, depending which one came first, Breeze kind of takes a breath and starts walking alongside their other friends who are also traveling. We have a couple of interesting characters in the party. We're going to start off with Sean. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Yeah, so I am playing Cloud Downburst. He is a Tempest cleric, a blue dragonborn. He didn't run from the church, but he's not necessarily in favor with them right now. Bit of an ex-soldier who needed to get out of town quickly and hopped aboard a ship with the promise of keeping everyone safe, and met now a time ago companion Celeste.
And speaking of Celeste, Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about Celeste?
So possibly for the first time since Cloud's actually known her, Celeste has the hood of her cloak back, so you can see the tabaxi ears. She is usually very, very much, cloaked in darkness. Very, very much the rogue. Kind of eyes her friend So, Cloud, can you promise some good weather for a change?
If you feel that the weather I normally provide isn't good, I'd be happy to adjust to whatever you need. I suppose we should be asking you, Breeze, what would be your ideal weather for the day?
Oh. Clear sky. Nighttime. Cool. Cool breeze.
I can promise clear skies. I cannot promise the changing of time unless someone else has that capacity.
Only nature.
We got all the time in the world.
You, Cled, are 100% not there. You are so far down the path at this point.
I haven't turned around yet. You're right. You're right.
Like, you are so far down the path, Juniper is not stopped and has no intention of stopping at the moment.
I'll tell you, Cloud, the weather to me, I like it all. It's just nature. I love it. So, whatever our friend Celeste wants the weather to be and you can do it, I'll have a good time.
Lovely day for a lovely wedding.
Yes, I can promise that.
On the wedding day, for sure. She don't want no rain.
Have you not heard? It's good luck to have rain on your wedding.
Is that true? Is that the saying? Or is that the other way?
IRL, I think that is a saying. In universe, clouds always down for rain. I believe I believe that is the case.
Oh. Pick the rain. Wait, I might be getting my junipers mixed up. I think it'll be okay. I think Juniper, the horse Juniper is Juniper 1 to me, and the other Juniper is Juniper 2 because I knew the horse first, but I like to think Cled is the other way around.
Absolutely, 100%. So does Cloud change the weather? Are we going a bit rainy, or are we sticking with the kind of calmer weather?
Yeah, I think if it's currently a bit calm, maybe a bit overcast as we enter the twilight, he'd separate the clouds to allow a beautiful sunset to come through, and just allow the world to be very nice and gentle right now.
As you're heading towards the town, it's not quite evening yet. It's not quite time for to do some stargazing, but it is a little bit later in the afternoon, and you see Cloud kind of raising her hands, and just the clouds start to kind of separate and part a little bit. There's not much of an overcast heading into on your walk, but it does start to separate, and you see a little bit of the sunlight kind of coming through and just brightening up. And Breeze, I imagine you probably kind of feel it hitting you and just kind of stop and just embrace the weather, embrace the sunlight hitting you, almost as if you yourself are a tree, just enjoying and just taking in that sunshine for a moment.
It's nice. This is what I like. I want to hand a flask. I want to pull a flask out since Cled's run up ahead, and I'm going to look at Celeste and Cloud. All right, let's get to drinking. He can't know I get sloppy. That's the whole reason I said in my head.
Cloud, Celeste, you both partake with the groom-to-be. Do you both start your drinking before you get to the town?
Well, yes, if anyone gets too sick, I'm always down to restore us as best I can, so I see no reason not to imbibe as early as possible.
Help, we can get wild. We got a cleric.
You all start to partake and start to drink, and it's just a little flask. It's not like you guys aren't getting buzzing or anything quite yet, but it's like just pre-gaming is probably the best way to describe it. Like before we hit the tavern in town. From there, we are going to cut to Cled and Juniper, who are still just tearing through the forest at this point. What is Cled doing at this moment, apart from holding on for dear life?
Cled's probably struggling to hold on for dear life, honestly. He's shouting every profanity that he's learned from a young age to get this horse to stop. and the horse hasn't listened. I imagine nothing short of a tree branch is gonna keep him on this horse, or keep him off this horse, really.
Cled, just screaming and shouting and cussing and every word known to man that he can think of to try and make the horse just stop. And nothing is working. Juniper 1/2 is running towards the town as fast as possible. To the point now, Cled is starting to get nervous. He starts to see, like, wait, there's an opening coming up. We're almost at the town. And as Juniper starts to come to the edge of the path, the trees are starting to part. Like, you see buildings up ahead. You start to see people mulling about who are, like, kind of... As they kind of like, what's going on? They just see, like, a dust cloud of something running towards the city. Like, they don't know what's about to hit them yet. And as Juniper starts to get there, I am going to need Cled to make a dexterity saving throw as Juniper comes into town and stops dead at the edge of town.
Can I add some work to your plate, Cross? We have some
12.
donation
Absolutely.
things.
Oh my god, okay.
Do you want to roll a D100 for Magic Surge?
Absolutely, I will.
About to throw you some
No,
curveballs
absolutely, let's
here.
bring on the chaos. We
2,500
have...
BB, let's go.
It
Oh,
is
that's
90.
90, whoa, okay. That's the second page. Oh, crap. Close it. Sorry, 1 second. There it is. 90, you say. You become invisible for the next minute. During that time, other creatures can't hear you. The invisibility ends if you attack or cast a spell.
But okay, make me the dex saving throw because I want to see if Cled gets hurt while he's
Oh my
becomes
god!
invisible.
That also made us at $2,500. That's
Oh,
$1,000
wow.
more than our goal. So that's
We all become instantly level 20, right?
I'm not leveling the. I'll stay level 10. I'm not going to level 20 tonight.
So it's alright, you'll go to level 20, I'll just upload my dragon stat sheet and
Oh, no.
y'all wanted to fight a Tarask tonight, right? That was the plan.
we also have a pet introduced to the game. Do you want to roll a D100 for me again, Cross?
Yeah. Oh dear goodness. That one is a 10.
A 10. Oh, early on. Gross. Okay. Not gross. That's cool. That's 9. This is a skinty, a small aberration that looks like a bunch of noodles that likes to paint. This would have been fantastic in the other. It's tiny. It has an AC of 10, 6 hit points. It can fly, and it attacks with noodles and meatballs. Skintini. It has
Skintini. Fantastic.
+2 to hit for 1 damage.
Awesome.
Do with that what you will.
I will find a way to get you all a pet, apparently. But yeah, congratulations on us hitting the $2,500 on that on donations. Thank you for all the donations that came in during this game. That is $1,000 more than the initial goal. So thank you so much for everyone donating during that. Alright, Cled, dex saving throw.
12.
You. No. This needs to be a crit as well, doesn't it? The first shot is a crit. I forgot about that. The horse is going to land a crit apparently by stopping. That is fantastic. Cled, you fly off this horse. And you literally flip over the front as the momentum stops, and you crash to the ground and take 22 points of damage.
Dagnabbit, Juniper! I'm gonna kill you! Cled abrasions on his knees and calves, just kind of dust cloud just flies over his head. He's covered in dust. He's breathing it in, disoriented, and just kind of stands up and looks around. Is he closer to the town? Like,
You're officially in the town. You're officially
in the town.
Yeah, like where
little
Juniper stopped was like
halfling-
literally at the very edge of like where the forest ends and the town starts, and so essentially you've been thrown into the town by her stopping.
This little halfling in chainmail and what were nicer clothes that are probably ripped a little bit on the parts that are showing through beneath the chainmail. Kind of looks around with his lance that is 3 times taller than him, probably, and just. Yeah, I guess just kind of tell me what I see. Is there anybody close to me or people staring at me? Am I like the attraction of the entrance at the gate, I guess? With all the noise.
Yeah, as you're coming into the town, it's like you get a glimpse of it, and Arbroath, like at the very kind of first sight of it, it's like it looks like your typical little town. Like for a place that you've heard like rumours this is meant to be very high end, it doesn't look it necessarily. Like, I mean, everything looks clean and pristine and nice. Like, you've got some nice little buildings, little shops. You're kind of... Where you've came into the entrance of the town is kind of more a marketplace sort of area, like right at the front, because, you know, many people walk through there when they first arrive because they're more likely to buy stuff, you know. So it's like you see, like, little stalls and little carts, and it's like almost like, you know, little tents and stuff and little, like, wooden tables just with, like, coverings over them. But behind them you see, like, you know... buildings, maybe 2, the tallest buildings are maybe like 3 levels to them. They're not, it's not a massive town, you know, so you're maybe a little bit unsure as to why this was like this high-end place that you'd heard about, but you see the people kind of mulling around their stuff. There was some kind of looking over your way when you're coming in, and they're still kind of staring. You see them looking inquisitively. Maybe a perception check on them.
Okay. 17.
You pick up that they're not really looking at you as much as through you at the minute. And as some of them kind of start to come up to the situation, you notice they're kind of walking right past you and going straight to the horse.
To the horse. Hey, y'all, don't touch Carl. That's my dowry. Leave Juniper alone. Juniper, come here, Juniper.
Very quickly realize that they cannot see nor hear you. And you see a couple of women like kind of just taking the reins and walking the horse like into town.
No, hey, that's mine. Put it down. They can't hear me. Damn it. I gotta go find my boys. And I run to the front of the entrance, like, come on, y'all! What you waiting on?
You run to the front of the entrance, trying to kind of like get their attention.
Yeah.
But you look down the path, like you kind of see them. Like, as fast as you were going, is almost like they're the exact opposite of like they're going slower than you believe is possible for a being to move, and are like just taking their time and just chilling, just enjoying the mood, you know. Reese's bachelor party, so they're all just enjoying the vibe and just, you know.
So let's just pause to climb a tree.
I'll take I'll take one of my torches and light it with the tinderbox, and then set a javelin on fire at the tip and just chuck it as high in the air as I can in their direction.
All right, I need the other 3 of you then to make me a perception check. How far can you throw your javelin? What's the distance on it?
Probably decently far. I got a 20 strength, so I imagine.
Okay, so yeah, you can get a good distance on it.
It's range 30, long range 120. So.
Yeah, so you can get a good distance on it. What were those perception checks?
A 6.
I rolled a nat 1 and it also becomes a 6.
14.
Yes, at least one.
Breeze, Cloud, y'all are just vibing. You're just enjoying the moment that you're in, just not a care in the world right now. Celeste, as a more kind of, you know, the more trained, the more quizzical, the more aware of your surroundings from all those years of sailing and all those years of traveling, you become very aware of down the road ahead, you don't see anything until all of a sudden you see something light on fire. And then become very aware that it's all of a sudden flying towards you all.
Okay, so how close is it going to pass to me? Is it something I can, something
It's
I have
not-
to dodge? Something I can,
At the moment, it's not something you're in risk of being hit by, and you're still a fair enough off that it shouldn't hit, but it's going to land fairly close to you. And you're very aware on that perception check that is aimed at the three of you.
I'm just gonna start skipping. Like I don't know nothing's going on.
Oi, have a care, lads! And I'm gonna start hopping from branch to branch, tree to tree, to sneak up on whoever it is who's attacking us, and hopefully somebody will put the spear out before it sets fire to the forest. But not my problem.
Bringing anyone's attention to it, Cloud will go, "Has this town never heard of a forest fire?" And we'll try and throw some water into the air, or like have some clouds start raining for a moment to put the spear out before it can hit any sort of tree.
Alright, so Celeste starts diving tree to tree, start heading towards the gate to see if they can find out what's going on. Cloud steps forward to try and create some rainfall to see. And you see the creation of it. Let me see. Shoot. Make me... I don't even know what roll to make for rain. Like, roll for rain.
Nature?
Yeah, go for a nature check.
Am I good
That
at
one,
nature?
it rains upward.
I'm not good at nature. Okay, it was a 17 plus 0, so 17.
17, you're able to make it in the middle of this day. Like, you just almost just gather a little piece of cloud just kind of over the area ahead of you, and it just starts to rain softly, and you see it starting to rain on the speed as it's flying towards you, and I'll say even on a 17, it's like it pretty much kind of douses it, and you see it into the ground in front of you and Breeze.
Celeste, I will try and keep the weather as best I can, but if the intention is forest fire, I apologize ahead of time. Rain will have to come.
At this point, you realize that Celeste is not where you last seen her.
Oh.
She's already like darting through the trees.
You should have. Did you see her? Like the trees, man.
She does pause for just a second to scratch behind her ear. Storms, and then keeps going.
And Celeste kind of just darting through the trees. Celeste, make me a stealth check to see if you can sneak up on.
14?
On a 14, like, you're fairly kind of invisible in the trees, but you're making enough rustling that Cled, you notice Celeste. Celeste, you get to the gate and you see nothing. No sign of anyone. No sign that anyone was there. And you have no clue. You know that Cled probably made it here, but you don't see any sign of him. You don't see any sign of who would have attacked. Nothing.
Huh. All right. Gonna keep an eye out for now. We'll wait for the guys to catch up.
I'm very slow. I have a 30 move speed, but I don't like to walk fast. But I am ready to get in there. I do want to ask Cloud a question if I can.
Yes.
Cloud doesn't seem to approve of my rings that I have. I've fashioned I got a ring here.
It's quite lovely.
It's a little large. My last fiance was she was a tree, but this was a ring that was very special.
Well, I would say, first suggestion, that's a necklace. A ring would be smaller. Second suggestion, I believe Cled is looking for something metal. I think it's lovely. If metal has failed in the past, we could always try making it of lightning or water. I can hold it in a shape for a moment. but I'd start with size more than material.
But maybe we can refashion it, right? What's a wedding necklace? That's a thing, right?
Customs can be custom for whoever. Tradition can be thrown out the window as soon as it's no longer needed.
But it has to be metal. That's awful, man.
I'm just saying I believe Cled would like it to be metal. It can be whatever you need. It's your wedding, not his.
Just so y'all know, wood is superior, but okay.
Looks down at, like, the metal chainmail he's wearing, and he's like, it's superior in some ways, but I found it quite defensively appropriate to be wearing metal. Just, everything has its purpose. That is the way of all of things, I believe.
I do need that on a t-shirt, though. Just so you know, wood is superior.
I always appreciate your other look at the view, Cloud.
Oh, yes. I'm glad I can be of a support.
I believe we've made it. I'm going to look up at Celeste. If we've made it that far, anyway.
Yeah, as you're making it up there, I will also say, Breeze, make me a perception check.
Breeze. I'm sorry. I thought you said Cloud. So I'm just sitting here. Like, Breeze and Cloud. I'm getting very confused here. He said
the method acting's getting serious here. Like he's just totally
locked in.
Totally locked into the stoner vibe. All right, what do we got? You said perception. Is that right?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. That is 6, 7, that's 11. That's 11.
Okay. You guys make it into the town. You come to the gate. You see Celeste up in the trees where she kind of stopped. And you guys are at the entryway to the town. Cled, you 100%, they're all right in front of you. None of them are any clue that you're there.
Do I know that they don't know that I'm here, or do I assume that they can see me?
At the moment, you don't know. You just
okay.
They're not responding to you, so they may just not be responding to you or looking at you, or But as far as you're aware, it's not necessary.
I'd probably start with like a disgruntled. Hey, what's took y'all so long? I've been trying to get your attention. Hey, look at me. Hey, and he starts jumping and waving his hands really fast. Hey, down here.
Breeze, I'm sure Cled is happy we're taking our time and helping you be relaxed on the way into your own party this week.
Oh, I think so. He's done taking off, hadn't he?
Yeah.
There's Juniper. Me, you, Celeste, and Juniper can go have a party, maybe. I'm a little worried about, my brother-in-law seeing me get wild.
Perhaps he'll show up. Celeste, have you seen him?
So Celeste has been taking advantage of the ongoing conversation between the two of them to take a moment and steel her resolve and work up her courage to climb down from the tree. People have never been very good at that. We've been friends for a while. I'm assuming I know whether somebody is good enough at tracking to be able to tell whether a horse came in here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, you would know if some of the group's been tracking. There isn't really a way to track the horse though, because as you're coming out of the forest into the town, the roads are a lot more set and laid, so there's not anywhere to leave tracks for it.
But it did reach the end of the forest trail.
But I would say you could see that there's horse hoof prints up to the end of the thing. So the horse definitely came through here. All of you make me a perception check quickly.
That's going to do poorly with these. That's 10.
That's a 7.
I am so perceptive.
23.
I have a +5, but I've rolled a 1 and a 2.
Hey, Cross, I do want to say this. If anybody walks past me at this point, I would punch them square in the knee. Just close fists, look at me and deck them.
That's also good to know. So on that perception check, while Cloud is jumping up and down, Breeze, Cloud, y'all don't notice. But Celeste, you notice because where Claire's jumping up and down is kind of the edge of the dirt into the actual town because he's came to the gate. You notice that some of the dirt seems to be getting like, kicked out. Like it's like from an impact of something. Just very like not something massive, not something big. It's very easy to kind of overlook, as Breeze and Cloud are can attest to. But you notice that there's something there. You don't know what, but there's something's happening there.
Yeah. So Celeste draws her rapier. She's got her little round buckler shield on her forearm. Swashes the buckler as one does, and gets ready to defend against whatever this invisible threat is, and hopes that these two will notice.
I will say the Breeze and Cloud kind of like turn around and see Celeste kind of inquisitively looking for a moment, and then all of a sudden drawing their sword. Clyde, you 100% are jumping up and down and all of a sudden see Celeste looking like at the ground where you're jumping on, and you have almost a bright moment of like, oh my goodness, it's working, they can maybe see me, and then see the sword getting pulled out right in front of you. How do you all respond to this?
Oh man, Cled's a war vet. He doesn't feel threatened though. So Cled would, he'd keep yelling. Obviously, hey, put that thing down! And he just punches the shield. Oh wait, you didn't say shield. Did you say you said buckler?
Well, buckler, a little round shield. Yeah.
Yeah. A little buckler. He punches the buckler to try to get his attention as hard as he can. Aiming for the buckler, not the person.
All right, make me unarmed strike. Roll me a d20 on that.
19.
Yeah, as you're standing, Celeste, you're standing waiting for this. You feel this boom as this unarmed strike just smashes against your buckler. Yeah, it's like it does a little bit of a pushback. You think maybe just like a 1 or 2 points of damage, nothing major, but like you feel a oomph as something heavy hits against it.
I think she has the same reflexes that the Cled does. She takes a wild sweep of her rapier.
All right, make me an attack roll. With disadvantage because he is invisible, even though he's right in front of you.
Yeah, that's a 16.
That is a miss. So as you take the boom against your buckler, you automatically into survival mode. Like, I'm under attack now. You take the rapier and you swing. Cled, you at the last second see this rapier coming straight towards you and just duck to the side out the road. It's like, and managed to absolutely avoid getting stabbed by this rapier.
I'm done. This is the worst bachelor party ever. I swear, I never thought I'd have a blade at my throat at the beginning.
Celeste.
Breeze and Cloud, what are you doing at this moment as well? Because you guys are just kind of like watching Celeste fight with thin air, essentially.
Having traveled with Celeste long enough, I think Cloud knows when she's onto something. Celeste, is there something there we're not aware of, or are you simply working on honing your skills further?
Something took a swing at my shield. I'm not finding anything. There's something here.
Would anyone be opposed to bringing some clouds down and seeing if something's hiding in front of us?
We can. If it's right there, why don't we just walk into it?
We can do that, but if we can't hit it, I'm not sure we can walk into it.
No need to hit it, man. You hug it. Hits, not hugs.
I'll let you try that, and if
Hugs, not hits. So hugs, not hits.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I just want to start like hugging at the air.
Breeze steps forward and just starts hugging.
All about love.
Claire, are you receptive to this hug? Are you avoiding him? Are you
Claire's
attacking
arms
him?
are straight down, like face just furled. He's disgusted with everything that's happened. He's like, "Get your arms off of me now."
As you're hugging thin air in front of you, you definitely feel that you've got something. You can't see anything, you can't hear anything, but you're sure you've got something. And imagine Breeze even just leans into it and just hugs it tighter.
You never gonna marry my sister. You keep doing this, daggum. Stop it.
It's a
As
bruise,
he's saying
though.
this, Cled's invisibility disappears. And as he's saying everything that he just said there, you all hear him saying that. And Breeze is just standing there, hugging on tightly to Cled.
Well, Cled, affection
You ain't
is...
taken a bath in 6 days. Get off me. You smell like the carcass of an animal.
They weren't made to take baths, man.
Affection is quite appropriate for one's family. Would it not be good for him to show affection pre-marriage?
I've been trying to get y'all's attention for the last 17 minutes. And you've been ignoring me like this was 4th grade recess. I swear to God, I will not be the last person picked in this adventure.
That is awesome. Also, as well, just to say, we got channel point redemption on the channel. So, Cled, your points of damage that you took, you actually get 10 HP back.
Oh, thank you, chat. Somebody loves me.
To do you from your horse damage that you took earlier. So. Alright, so the group is finally back together and finally at the town. You all walk in to this town. Glad you've already had a view at this, but the rest of you stop and kind of take it in. Where do you head from here? Are you looking at the shops? Are you heading to the tavern? Or is there somewhere specific you're looking for? What do you all want to do first?
I want to look, Cled. You tell me this ring's not good enough, I'll get a new one.
I told you, Juniper 1 could use that as a hula hoop. She's little bitty. That thing go around her waist like a belt.
This is way too little for Juniper 1. She's a horse.
Wait, what? You've been saying Juniper 1 was a horse the whole time?
I've known her longer.
I'm telling Daddy about this. He ain't never gonna give her away to you now.
Oh no. I'll bribe him with the good berries.
He does like them good berries. You do bring him out of his alcoholic coma every time. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's how you got his affection. Anyway, look, they took Juniper. We'll just call it the horse. We're gonna talk about 1 and 2 later. Away, and we need to get her back because that's my dowry, and they stole it.
If Juniper 1 the horse is so important to you, why did you let them take her?
I don't know if you saw, but I got jacked off like I was. I mean,
The hell were you doing in that town before they arrived?
I got popped off that horse quicker than popcorn in a kettle. Oh no! I'm turning red.
Glad really enjoying the bachelor party.
Glad you're red. It's not that kind of party.
Not for the first time today. Celeste is having second thoughts about tagging along with the boys today.
Oh.
By the time I got up, them ladies were walking away with her.
Oh, not my Junie. Not my purr.
Do we see Juniper 1 being taken away anywhere in town?
You look around, I would say you do see her at the market, like she's tied up to one of the stalls. It's like they didn't take her too far, but you're very aware like there's livestock and stuff being sold from here. And she's basically been tied up there.
No, I can't handle seeing her tied up. She doesn't do tied up. So I'm going to run over there as fast as I can.
Oh no. Breeze, you run over there as fast as you can. And are standing right in front of the stall. Hello there! How can I help you today?
You have one of my best friends here. And I would much like her back.
We're not one for selling people, it's just animals and livestock we sell here.
Hey, that's a generalization of Juniper, but she's right there. I'm going to point to Juniper. Now, I know yeah, and Juniper, I'm telling him, all right, don't worry, I'll get it off of you. But I have to do it right, man. I don't want to get thrown out of another town. So I think Celeste will kill me. So, I'm gonna, sir, this is not no ordinary horse. This is my friend Juniper, dowry to my brother-in-law. Promise to another, you have to understand, I need it back.
That's my horse. I don't know what you're talking about. That's my horse. It's at my stall.
But it shouldn't be here. Start kind of panicking. Cled? No, I can't ask for Cled's help. We'll run over to Cloud.
I followed him over there. I didn't run quite as quickly as he did because I'm still, dusting off all the dust and the abrasion still kind of hurt on my calves, but I eventually make it over there behind him.
Turn around, see Cled. Oh, I mean, we're all right here. We've got this all taken care of. I can take care of business. Listen here, me, mister, here at the stall. This is my dang old friend here, and I'm not leaving till I get it back.
What's going on?
You see the store clerk staring at you. Who are you calling mister?
Can I attempt to intimidate my way into getting this horse? I'm gonna buff up.
Wait, make me a perception check quickly.
A perception check. Okay.
While Breeze is trying to buff up, Cloud is going to give some guidance.
So you don't have a negative charisma modifier.
I'm also gonna help seeing Breeze doing what he's doing. I'm gonna stand behind with the nastiest snarl and holding my lance around his waist, obviously, because I'm much shorter than him. Holding my lance up, you better get rid of that thing right now.
I feel like I should have checked first. Is it my horse? Is it Cled's horse? Is this horse actually Juniper?
Maybe a perception check.
Because to be fair, I can talk.
I was going to say, or if you want, you can ask the horse.
I will, because I can talk to all animals, so I will turn around. This is awkward. You look just like Junie. Are you Juniper?
Breeze, get me out of here. Help. You need to get me out of here, Breeze.
It is. Okay. Then I will continue with my bucking up to the stall man.
It is absolutely. Also, Bill, I'll point out you've made the stall person very angry because it is in fact an elderly woman with a gruff voice.
I'm standing firm in front of Cled. I'm not backing down to no old woman.
This is one of those old grannies that's got the big massive forearms and the big thick brow on her, and she's you come over here, you try to claim my horse as your friend and try and take them away. If you've got papers of ownership, I'll give her over. Until then, you want her, you buy her.
How much?
She looks you up and down. You actually have money?
That's to be determined. No.
What's the horse? Because you're causing such a fuss? 30 gold.
Can I use Channel Divinity, Emissary of Peace, as a bonus action? You grant yourself +5 bonus to charisma checks for the next 10 minutes and try to persuade this elderly woman to give us our horse back?
You absolutely may.
Okay. I'm gonna essentially say, look here, madam, there's been a misunderstanding. You see, other folks came when I came in and took that horse and brought him to you, and it's actually the horse that was bequeathed to me as a dower because he here wants to marry my beautiful sister, and I need that for him to have what he wants. You see, it's like a quid pro quo kind of thing. So if you don't mind, just handing old Junie Bug back over, and I'll roll.
Yep,
It's going to be a 27 persuasion on that.
For a 27 persuasion, she's... Oh, I didn't realize there was so much story. We just found the horse at the gate. But you know what? You like some nice boys. You can have the horse. You can take it back.
Well, thank you kindly. Yes, our friend somehow managed to disappear before everyone's eyes, it would seem. We didn't even find him on the way into town.
Yeah, this horse was found totally unattended, so, but I'm glad it's found its owners again. You take care.
Thanks, ma'am. I'm so sorry. I want a druid craft a flower onto the table as we walk away, but I don't want Cled to see it though.
As we're walking away too, I lean over to Breeze's ear and I'm like, "Hey, look, we need to teach Junie Bug here to not just let folks walk off with her. She was willing to go. It was like they were taking her to water and she was gonna drink.
Well, this water is nice. She likes it.
But it almost cost us 30 gold.
Yeah, Juniper. Gotta be careful. Wait. You were never mind.
What do you mean, never mind? What's going on in that fuzzy brain of yours today?
Oh, you weren't supposed to be riding Juniper at all, or watching, or nothing.
What do you mean I ain't supposed to ride Juniper?
Well,
I'm a military combatant.
Oh, yeah? How did you
I've
get
been riding
thrown
horses
off?
all my life. Just this one don't like it.
Oh, yeah, she did say she doesn't like you that much.
As this has been going on as well, Celeste, you've not really been involved in what's going on here. You've kind of stayed back, kind of just perceiving. Make me a perception roll as you're kind of like looking around the town.
It's an 11.
The next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna wander over, apologize to the storekeep for the confusion. Probably slipper a silver.
You kind of slip it on a table and you see your hand taking it as you kind of just mouse. Just an appreciation.
They're a handful.
I can absolutely see that. Well, I'm glad they've got you, their carer with them today, dear. It's absolutely nice to see you taking care of these, these people that need help. They seem to be getting in a lot of trouble on their own.
Seems that way. Does she have anything else interesting for sale?
Not at her stall. It's mostly livestock and stuff that she seems to be selling. There's a couple of bags of like stuff like grain and stuff and things that you find in the farm, but mostly it's like the livestock. You'll see a few boxes of like chickens. There's a couple of cows tied up at the side. There's a couple of smaller animals and rodents and things. Nothing too major really there, unless you're looking to get a new animal or you're looking to eat something well tonight,
I don't know.
Fresh.
I always wanted a pet, but it's all so pedestrian. Oh, keep an eye out for something more interesting. She wanders off, kind of bathing the spot that she got whacked on earlier.
So that's kind of, cleans herself, gets herself all kind of back in what she feels is a kind of nice, right order. And just prepares herself for what's going to ensue now that they're actually at the town with this group. It's because she knows that they like to party fairly hard. So this could get out of control.
Get out of control, yes.
So you've
are all four of us together now?
Yep, the four of you are together. You've got Juniper back. All is well with the world right now.
Cled would finally speak up and go, all right, let's go over the itinerary. Y'all know what to do. You get into the town, you find a spot where they sell the rings. We look at the rings together, and I tell you whether or not it's good enough for my baby Juniper sister. All right? There's going to be no partying, no drinking, no girls. I swear if I see my future brother-in-law with another lady, I'm taking it back to his old lady. You know what I'm saying?
Breeze, I believe the tavern is this way. If you would like to get this started before we start the itinerary.
You can go for a soda pop. I'm gonna give Cloud a wink.
You give Cloud a wink. Cloud, make me a perception check. I just want to see if you see the wink or if it's...
Are there any ring...
23.
You 100% see the wink. 100%.
Hey, don't you be winking at other folks. You're marrying my sister. What are you doing? You save those winks for your wedding night.
Oh, I'll wink, all right. Well, I don't know what that means.
It means that you're fond of him over there.
Oh.
And that might have been fine before you met Baby Junebug, but now you are a one-woman man.
Explains a lot of things. I wink at a lot of people.
Well, if it's a nervous tick, you need to stop.
No.
You need to work on it. Coping mechanisms.
I mean, it is. Are there any ring, like jewelers or anything in the vicinity? Since you say we're at a marketplace, is that like something, is there like a jeweler close?
There isn't one with the kind of market stalls, but you do see one of the buildings that does seem to sell a bit more like high-end, like jewelry. You know, you see like stuff in the window of it. As you're looking, you'll see like there's some gold and silver and some items for sale. So there's definitely stuff available there if you want to go and check that out. There is also a tavern, I will let you know.
You want to grab some drinks and dinner and lunch first, or do you want to go shopping?
Honestly, it has been a while since we've had lunch, and today I'm not capable of twisting metals, but if we need to go shopping for raw materials, tomorrow morning I can craft a ring of any kind you need, as long as it's basically stone or metal.
Metal? Well, I am hungry. Celeste, do you have an opinion here? Which one you want to do?
Celeste was already peeled off and is heading into the tavern. This seems like where we're going. Where she is regaling a crowd with tales of her heroic exploits at sea.
Yeah,
turn around and there's no Celeste already gone.
Celeste, you just see the door, look at the tavern, you just see the tail going inside. She's gone. She's already inside, she's making friends, she's getting acclimated to the place.
It's been a very long time since she's actually had to pay for a drink. Usually people, a little bit of charm and they'll...
Celeste finds that pretty much all the patrons inside the bar are more than happy to buy drinks, and they hear more tales, and they're hanging on every word that she's talking about.
Well, it seems
right. Well, they should.
Well, it seems that decision's been made. I'm so glad too. I hate making decisions. I'm gonna look at Cled. I mean, I'm really good at making decisions.
Cled just looks back up and goes, "You better be. All right, we're gonna do this first. I need an outhouse. We've been traveling for too long. I see one right over there. I'll be right back. You don't be going off drinking now. We got a ring to pick out, and I need you stone cold sober."
As soon as it takes off to the toilet, I'm running to catch up to Celeste as fast as I can.
The Clegg goes, use the bathroom. Breeze takes off for the tavern. almost like startling Cloud, like kind of like the speed that he makes his way across the marketplace towards the tavern and through the door. And Cloud kind of, I would say follows, just more somberly. Excited but somberly.
I think Cloud would do a check around town, kind of taking it in, seeing who the people are, seeing what's going on. Knowing that Cled wants this itinerary, knowing that they should honor that at some point, like just mentally clocking before things go too far, what can we maybe achieve for Cled?
Absolutely. You kind of stop and start taking in around the town, and you make note of the jewelers, for example, because that's like number one for Cled, and if you're going to diffuse anything, you'd need to make sure you know where that building is. You notice a few little food vendors outside in case you guys get hungry. You notice a couple of people selling basic weapons and armor, nothing too fancy in the stall, but you see a building as well that's selling a bit fancier looking things in case it's needed. Make me a perception check for as you're looking around.
Let's roll higher than a 2. 4 plus 5 is 9.
Lovely little town. Lovely little town.
We should come to ports like this more often, and he'll head inside with the other two.
You head inside, and as you go into the bar, Breeze and Cloud walk in, and Celeste is completely surrounded by the patrons, is like essentially sitting up on a table or sitting up on the bar, even like with a group of people round about her, all kind of like just wide-eyed, just taking it in, and all quite happy, just listening to these stories and these exploits.
She sees them all coming in. A toast to the groom! And a cheer goes up.
And the whole place, hey!
She's also been keeping an eye out, by the way, to see if anybody actually has any cool rings that might be loose on their fingers.
They might be able to get a hold of them. You do look around. Make me a perception check on yours to see, or even an investigation check, as you're like properly seeking this out. So
that's a nat 20.
Ooh.
There are a couple of ladies in here with some very nice rings on their hands. Very expensive looking rings on their hands. You see some that you see like there's a couple that are wearing like just silver, some with gold. You can see like 1 or 2 with platinum rings. There's a lot of high-end stuff in here. Like, and a number of them seem to be in the crowd of who you're talking to. Very distracted by the story you're telling. So if you wanted to grab something, it might be an option, whatever you do with that.
Yeah. Any rings like that are not made of metal? She's been paying attention.
In here, no, nothing not made of metal. All the women that are wearing jewelry is pretty high-end stuff. None are really druidic and nature based. None of them really seem to have any like wood or branches or anything vine. It's all not even any stone. It's literally all metals and precious metals.
All right. Well, one of her core things as a swashbuckler is panache, however you want to pronounce it. So she's going to. She's been using her charm on the whole room. She's going to focus in on some of these ladies one by one. Yeah. So she makes a persuasion check versus their insight.
Okay. Make sure I put it on. Oh yeah, you get it. So not one.
And Cled's not here yet, right?
No, Cled's still not here yet.
Sweet.
So yeah, your persuasion, you absolutely just. She's completely enamored with you, and you're enamored with your story and. Yeah,
she's charmed, regards me as a friendly acquaintance, can't attack me or target me with harmful stuff. And I have advantage on any ability check for social interactions with them. But would you consider sleight of hand a social interaction?
In this situation, yes, I would. I would say it's a social. I mean, it's a negative social interaction, but it's still a social interaction.
Well, I think it's positive.
Yeah, well, yeah, you would.
That's a nat 20.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, Celeste is telling and regaling stories, and as she's telling the story, she starts to look at the hands and sees a couple of rings and a couple that are quite nice, and then one catches her eye. That's the one. And she sees that the woman who's had it on is completely enamored with her stories. And Celeste is like essentially locks eyes with her, speaking directly to her, and does that kind of lean in to try and engross her more. And as she's telling the story, like even like tries to grip her more, picks up her hand and like takes it in hers, and as she's taking it in the hand, like she just cups around the ring and just slides. Whoever she is none the wiser that she has just lost the ring. So yeah, Celeste, you've successfully taken a ring off her hand. So I mean, if Breeze has got a ring, assuming you want to give it to Breeze, I mean, it's a very expensive, nice looking ring. So.
Oh, I mean, that's the problem, isn't it? It's a very lovely piece. I'll keep it safe on my finger for now.
Absolutely, Celeste.
You wouldn't like it anyway. It's metal.
It's metal.
Yeah, Celeste puts it on and kind of like, I'll just keep this safe and I'll keep this nice, and you know, yeah, Breeze is going to get, you know, absolutely out of his face tonight. So it's like he's probably going to lose it if I give it to him now. So, yeah, exactly. Doing him a favor completely. And while this is going on, Breeze and Cloud, you've came in to the tavern. Celeste has basically made you guys celebrities, coming in as one of those grooms celebrating your soon-to-be marriage. And you go up to the bar, and standing behind the bar is a fairly young, fairly attractive barmaid. She's kind of got short, blonde hair, kind of over to one side. Just standing there.
So far, everybody has been female.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Have I noticed any other males in this town?
Make me a perception check.
Odd question, I know, but I'm curious.
This is the wrong group to do perception checks with. It really is.
I have a +5 of a 20 to my wisdom.
The only one is...
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah. I have... that's 13.
Okay. 13, thank God, I'll give that one to you. Because like Celeste is the only one that's perceived anything so far. But is that kind of hits Breeze of like, he's like, well, wait, I interacted with the shopkeeper and she was a woman. It was women that took the horse and is going behind the bar. And, like, as you start to think back, you don't recall seeing any men. Yeah.
Boy,
Not necessarily aware. Maybe they were just elsewhere, but as far as you can tell and are aware, you've not seen any men.
So far, this is a tavern with our own Celeste regaling tales and drinking with a vibrant party here. So Breeze and Cloud have walked into a tavern with a bunch of partying.
You've walked in on ladies' night, yes.
Ladies' night at the bar. Okay.
Yeah.
Breeze realizing what's happened in the introduction from Celeste in her. My face gonna get super red. Oh gosh.
As you're aware of this, I'm going to cut over to Cled, who has used the facilities, has relieved himself after his treacherous voyage into town. And it's been quite an adventure so far, I must say. Cled has had his own adventure compared to everyone else. And as you step out, I'm going to ask you to make a perception check as well, Cled.
All right. Natural 20.
On a nat 20, you 100% pick up on exactly what Breeze was wondering. You look around this town and you almost like are kind of kicking yourself that you didn't notice it sooner, but like, it's not just that the men aren't around, like, there are no men in this town. They're all women. And as you see them going by, on a nat 20, I'll also say you even notice a couple of them kind of looking at you. And they're kind of giving like little waves and looks and blowing kisses and stuff.
Oh, Cled blushes immediately. People don't hit on Cled.
Yeah, and these are pretty attractive women that are walking past. Like these 100%, like they catch your attention, and then you're almost kind of taken aback that you've caught their attention as well. Like you're fully aware that there's a lot of women in this town, and
Cled even looks over his shoulder to make sure they're not waving at somebody behind him at that point.
They see you looking behind your shoulder, and they almost kind of like do that little giggle and kind of keep walking, sort of thing.
Oh, shucks, there, ladies. Y'all sure are kind around here. I don't know what to say. Hello, my name's Cled. I'm here with my future brother-in-law. If he can find the right ring, how do you do?
And they kind of look at you and smile, and then they kind of walk over to you. It's like, I think we would like to take you to the bar for a drink.
Oh, I mean, I'm here with, I guess one drink's fine. Shucks.
They escort you, and there's two of them, so like literally one is like they hook each of your arms and are walking like that arm in arm. Gled, I imagine, is probably on cloud 9 right now. This is one of the best he's felt in maybe ever, but at least in quite a long time.
Yeah. Yes.
As he walks into the tavern, and as he walks in, like Breeze and Cloud, Celeste is still kind of like talking with the crowd, so kind of looks up. But you all see him walking in with these two very beautiful women, like on his arms, like, and these are like, one's a human and very kind of like, you know, pretty, kind of like not too thin a face, like very full figured. The other one's like almost encapsulating, looks like an elf, like very like long slender features, and both walk in and look completely enamored with Cled.
Oh, what is this? Can my brother-in-law get down?
I think he can. I think tonight might be the night that they can distract him and we can throw the itinerary to the Breeze to say and go along with the plan.
Throw the itinerary to the Breeze. You get me every time.
Thank you.
Well, let's get shots.
Wonderful idea. And Cloud will go up and lean over. Would it be perhaps a serving tonight while our friend has the rest of the bar distracted for us to get your, whatever would provide us the quickest way to fun tonight? Whatever drink that might be, whatever strength, we can get it for all four of us, or I don't know, Celeste, if you hope your tale will continue, but at least 4, maybe longer, but right now 4.
We can certainly do that for you, darling. And you see the barmaid like grabbing a bottle off the shelf and puts out like short glasses in front, and puts out the 4 and just kind of like does the just like the straight line pour, like perfect, not a drop miss. It just lays them forward. First round, boys. Again, she pours like an extra one as well for Breeze and slides it to him, and an extra one for the groom.
Oh, is Cled watching me?
No, Cled is 100%
awesome.
Not interested in a thing that you're doing right now.
Is Celeste still telling stories and enamoring the people?
I believe she would be, unless Celeste is kind of wrapped up, because you kind of like got what you were after. But unless you think you'd still be telling stories, by all means.
Well, she never really stops telling stories, but I mean, I think by this point she's got a whole like Liberace thing going on with, I don't know.
Right.
Why settle for one ring if you know you can?
Yeah, that's why it's kind of like
Tim.
It's like, well, if I'm going to take one, I might as well take them all. And you also know Celeste kind of started to.
You know,
You know, Celeste is well kind of loosening up a little bit because like she is literally getting like plastered with drinks. Like people keep buying her drinks and stuff as the stories keep going. So she's not in want nor need for any extra boozes. It's flowing quite freely to her.
Question though. Celeste is not good and generally good at things like insight. But she is very well educated in magical forms of charm. Would she be picking up on anything? Are these just very, very, very friendly people, or are her alarm bells gone off?
And with the passive insight of 19, Cloud was going to ask the same question. Is everyone just enjoying the fact new people are in town, or is there something nefarious? Especially like that perfect pour and smile seemed practiced. And I think that registers in the back of his head.
Neither of you notice anything magical taking place with what's going on. But you do start to realize, Celeste, you kind of notice it as well because you're kind of telling stories over in the corner. Actually, I'll start with Cloud. Cloud, you notice that kind of where you are, like the bartender's kind of pouring drinks, and it's kind of like looking at Breeze and giving him a little wink. Cloud's completely just in his own world in the corner right now with the women he walked in with. He doesn't care about a thing. And you notice a couple of them kind of starting to look your way as well. Celeste, you 100% realize that those three are getting a lot more attention than you are. Like, for someone who's got a group of people like who are politely listening to stories and listening to adventures, you're not getting quite the aggressive like flirtation that the others are getting.
That's not right.
They're not necessarily their type compared to your party members.
Just means they haven't tried with the right tabaxi. So she's going to strike up a conversation with somebody. Try panache again. Persuasion versus their insight. 23 on this side.
Yep, you get that. I rolled a 15 on that, so you still beat me.
And using that for advantage on, I guess, persuasion. I've been telling my stories all evening. Can you tell me the stories of this place?
And your persuasion is like
27.
Yep. You're talking to someone. She tells you her name is Lima. And she's like, "Yeah, we don't have many stories. At least not as exciting as yours. At least not for some time. This town did used to be a lot more worse off than it is now. It used to be under the control of some very aggressive and abusive men who really ruled with an iron fist, and thankfully some of those that, women at the time rose up and kind of took the town back, and we managed to make it something worthwhile and kind of made it something that could be better than it once was. We were never fans of men coming in, but now we graciously welcome them in with open arms.
I mean, she's looking around the bar. Clearly, that part is true. And then what? And if that wants to go raunchy, that's fine with her. But if it wants to actually get to some useful information, that's fine too.
you kind of notice that she almost becomes aware of your questions starting to press. And in speaking like that, you do realize that she kind of starts to become a lot more flirtatious with you. But with the role that you had previously, I'll let you know that you do realize that it's nothing to really do with seeming interest in you as much as it is to deflect the questions that are being asked. Okay, you know what, why don't we get in some more drinks and have a bit of a good time? Really, you deserve to loosen up tonight.
I think Celeste recognizes that strategy, a mile away, but I'm not sure if she's worried enough yet to not play along with it. So I think she's
okay. And so you see Lima kind of like take her paw and like you get down from it, and you know she kind of grabs a bottle from the bar and takes you to kind of like a little table to sit and kind of chat a little bit more intimately and kind of veer the conversation off in a different direction. While Lima's doing that with you, I'm going to cut back to our fellas at the other side of the bar. How's Breeze doing right now?
I'm good. I'm trying to get Cloud to play quarters with me. And... or silvers, I guess. Coppers, maybe?
Yeah.
Coppers.
So you do like metal.
Like I say, with Breeze, it's probably coppers. Or it's like just stones that he's found that he likes to pretend is money, but it's more like just stones that he's trying to like
down like a head face and a tail face.
Yeah. It's got like the Waterdeep dragon on it in here.
Yeah. It's like you see like the smoothest little thin stones that you could find.
Let's play stones, Cloud.
Gladly, and just so that you at least have a great night tonight, Cloud is going to cast Enhance Ability on Breeze for Bear's Endurance, for the advantage on Constitution, and then also the extra temporary hit points. So you'll get...
the classic spell for a bachelor party.
Yes,
absolutely.
You get 7 temporary hit points and you have advantage on Constitution checks for the next hour as long as I can keep concentrating on it. But
yeah, he's Breeze like, for a good night tonight.
Yeah, it's like and I believe you are probably feeling better now. I know I typically have a strong resiliency, so maybe we make it fun, and each loss of a stone toss results in another drink for the other. How does that sound?
I'm down. Let's. Yeah, I'm down. I feel good now. I think I can do this. I was starting to get a little wheezy. One drink is usually all I can take.
Yeah, Cloud's like a 6'5" dragonborn. Like, things go through him, and he's got a lot to fill up before he starts feeling it.
He's drinking away. Cloud's not feeling a thing, and you know, Breeze is the kind of guy that's like, how he's feeling right now. He's like, I think I could take him. I think I could. He's starting to feel strong enough that I could drink a dragonborn under the table a little bit. You know, he's feeling good about himself. He's like,
you're welcome to try.
So, can we get Cled on this, Cloud?
Yeah, of course.
You can go and try and get Cled if you want.
How can we scheme to get secretly, Cloud? How can we scheme to get Cled over here into drinking shots with us? I think that's the key.
I believe we could probably walk over, and the women in the tavern seem keen to talk to anyone. If we each take one for each arm, and say we'll allow him back as consort if he can beat us, maybe then he'll join in with the thought of a night of pleasure.
So we just go ask him, and okay, all right. He said no drinking. Let's go ask him to drink. But wait, have you noticed this strange? They're hitting on Cled. Look, and that's I don't mean to be mean, but
no, you're
look
exactly
at him
right.
And look at them.
I did notice not only him walking in, but we seem to be gathering more attention than Celeste, and Celeste is the best storyteller I know. It makes no sense for anyone to not be infatuated by her stories. And also, I believe when Cled walked in, they gave him a drink already. I believe he may have started before we even caught him.
Something's going on here.
Maybe Cled called ahead and arranged just for you.
Maybe he's liked me the whole time and he's been playing like he's tough.
I think that is most likely the case.
As this idea starts to settle in, that Cled has prepared the perfect bachelor party for you. You actually see a couple of the women kind of starting to kind of break off from what we're in Celeste's group now. Celeste is kind of having her own conversation and start to kind of come over to you guys, and they kind of just have big smiles on their face, and they're kind of very flirty, very like touchy, like hands just like stroking up the arms. 100% showing interest, 100%, you know, showing that they want to interact with you, definitely flirtatious.
Want to druid craft some flowers. Here you go. I don't know how to talk to people very well, but don't you like flowers? They're pretty and they smell good and make you sneeze.
And
Go ahead.
As you cast to bring you flowers, I'll cast lights. They start glowing with like just the essence of dawn, so all the flowers are more beautiful than they were originally on their own.
As the two of you tag team this, you see the ladies' faces light up. They were already flirty and enamored, but they are 100% like enamored with you guys, and essentially like push you back onto these like stools at the bar and like sit there on your laps, and
that's
very forward.
I want to whisper to Cloud. This is a little strange, Cloud. I've never dated anybody before Cled's sister that was actually not like a plant or like a tree or a druid or a dryad. So the fact that like a normal person is interested in me, something's wrong here. They're interested in Cled too.
And I don't think even if
very wrong.
I love the fact even when you're saying like that, why would they be interested in me? You still throw in why are they interested in Cled? You just can't get over that point. It's like, why?
Yes, them getting all touchy does tear back my theory that Cled organized this. This is one rule was do not touch other women that are not my sister Juniper II. Maybe we ask him his role in all of this, and if he can't provide us more insight, maybe we start to pay more attention. This isn't the paladins of the church were always the ones out having fun, and this is not uncommon for them, but it's not normally happening, and Cled being a paladin, it's still strange, but it could be that something more nefarious is going on here that we're not quite aware of.
Yeah, I think you're right, and all this touching's making me nervous.
Alright, so the two of you, do you take your ladies with you? Because they're sitting in your laps right now.
I think to not try and draw attention, Cloud's gonna not like get up, he's just gonna try and call Cled over.
Okay.
I will get up immediately as soon as I hear Cled's number. I don't care if I throw this woman on the ground. I'm not getting seen by Cled with a woman on my lap.
I'll say Cloud's kind of like, Cled! And this Cled kind of whips his head round, like, kind of almost like angry, like, what? It's like that Breeze realizes that Cled's now looking at him and like stands up, and this woman just like flips out of his lap onto the floor of the tavern.
Cled, would you mind joining me at the bar for a moment? I have a question for you.
When you walk up to Cled, like Cled is surrounded by all the ladies listening to him, but he's standing on the bar, and he goes, and there I was, Corporate Admiral of the Multiplication Division of the third Left Cavalry, dozens of us, hundreds of them, and we were there. It was between them and all the innocent women and children behind us. And I looked at my men and I said, we're gonna die today. And we came running in, and there I was, 4 of them down, 2 of them down, 3 more. My lance pierced through their hearts like they ain't never seen it before. And the dozen of us wrote the story of how we saved City Park.
Yes, and clearly you lived. Now, may I borrow your time for a moment?
But they wanted to hear about y'all wanted to hear. My friend, look, I'll be right back to tell you the next story that comes after that story. Y'all just hold tight, and I'll follow him back over to Breeze.
You didn't happen to ride ahead to the town for your brother-in-law and organize a weekend to entertain and test his devotion to your sister, did you?
We rode on y'all's ship. This is y'all's adventure? I have no idea where you brought us. But I am thankful and much obliged to the destination of this here gathering.
I think realizing that we brought them Celeste, he'll also call you over. Celeste, if you could also join us for a moment.
Does anybody know where we're at?
I've been following Cled this whole time.
Oh, Celeste knows where we're at.
Yeah, I think Celeste has been leaning into the deception part of her charismatic gifts. Because something's not right here. She, promises to be right back, and then has long lingering eye to eye with the young lady she's been sitting with, and comes on over to the bar.
She does the same. You see her kind of longingly looking as you're kind of walking away, but whereas the others have tried to, the ladies have kind of stayed with them, she doesn't really follow you. And you get the sense that she's just glad you stopped asking questions, but she's kind of just watching from the far side.
Celeste, I've always trusted your judgment, and as you can see, the women are flirting with Cled, so something strange is going on. Do you perhaps know where we are and what may be going on?
Did you say that in front of me?
Yeah.
I love that was the first thing that everyone went to, is like that, wait, the women are flirting with Cled, something's wrong in this town.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think Celeste's big thing is they're flirting with Cled more than they're flirting with her, which is just not the way things are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You've been gathering the attention of a mass over there. Did they slip any secret or tell you anything that might allow us some insights?
And she basically retells the story that she got earlier about the town that was controlled by abusive men, and the women rose up and they took the town back. That they've have not ever been fans of more men coming in. So
you
Fascinating.
Tell them all about the story, kind of catch them up on all the details on this. As you start to tell the story to the guys, you start to notice that some of the women are kind of keeping an eye on you. A lot of the ones that have been flirting with you guys are still very kind of flirty smiles on their faces, waving. A couple of them start to kind of draw their finger, trying to pull you over to them.
Pull Celeste over there? Or who?
All of you. You see all the women that you've because they've all pulled away from the women that you were with, and you're all kind of trying to beckon you back to them.
I'm not going.
Cled takes a couple steps.
Let Cled
Cloud
go.
will put a hand on Cled's shoulder and exhort his strength for the first time in a while and just hold him in the group. I think it's pertinent you stay here for a moment.
All right. A moment. All right.
Yeah. Clint, here, drink this.
I smell it first, instinctively.
Okay, cool. Then I can too. I'm gonna throw down a couple shots real fast because he did it.
You see the bartender noticing that you're all drinking the shots, and he's like, "Yeah, party for the groom to be. Let's get all the shots in it." And literally her and a couple of others pull glasses up and pour all these shots, and are very trying to push the party atmosphere for you all to when you have a party, have a good time, have a blast.
Can I try to just try to keep, I'm not very charismatic, but I want to move our group away from the women. Is that possible? To move them away from the rest of the people in the tavern? Can we try to be secluded for a minute?
Can I tell that you're trying to do that? Do you think I can feel your vibe on that?
I'm trying to keep you unoccupied from the ladies.
I imagine that Cled would 100% realize, because he's been enamored with these specific women. They've basically brought him into the bar. So anything to kind of pull him away from them at any great length, I have a feeling he'd probably...
I'm going to play to it in a way that makes me feel like you are thinking the same thing as I am, but our vibes are completely off, but it's going to conquer the same goal. I'm going to go, all right, ladies, wait for Act 2. We'll be right back. We start scurrying off to a corner somewhere that's away from all of them.
I'll tell the ladies, sorry, he just needs a quarter and to go into the bathroom for a minute. We'll be back.
You all shuffle towards the outhouse. To have whatever conversation's about to happen in the outhouse here.
I'll stop. I won't actually go to the outhouse once we get outside.
I'll look at all of y'all and I'll say, we might be buying 2 rings. I think I found one that I'm gonna marry.
I have one here, and I'll pull out this thing of grass that's round here.
No. I need something shiny.
Well, it's honeysuckle. You can even eat it if she says no.
I'll grab it and rub it on my neck like it's
try to do aftershave,
yeah, like an aftershave, to make me smell good.
Oh, I hope you smell good. That is it. It only took 3 hours to make. Yeah, cool. But now that we're out here, I'm a little perturbed because, Celeste, you're the one that people flock to, right? You're always the life. Not Cled, not me. So, what's going on here? Why are they letting men in now if they didn't before?
You are standing there. You start to look around, you start to realize it's starting to turn more evening. And a lot of the stuff in the town, square and stuff, is starting to kind of shut down. The stalls are closed and stuff, and it's a lot quieter than it was previously. And you hear music getting louder inside the tavern and stuff, and the door swings open and they start yelling come on, come back in.
We'll be there in a moment. We just need to finish our conversation.
Yeah. In the outhouse. 10 steps away from the door.
You see...
It seems too easy.
You see them go back inside and stuff, and you're kind of left there for another moment.
Does anyone else get the sense they want to kill us and consume our bodies?
I didn't until you said that.
I mean, no. One of them told me they wanted to marry me. The other one told me that they had a calendar for sale. I mean, this is a pretty cool place.
They just keep rubbing their hands as one would tenderize meat in a way that's a little upsetting.
I do agree with you.
You've all seen me work. Using what I've got to get what I want. I feel a great deal of that going on in there. She's going to give Cled a big, brilliant smile and attempt panache against him, in the hopes that that'll allow some persuasion to get him on the same page with the rest of us.
It 100% works. No roll necessary. I'm at disadvantage. I'm so easily swooned at this point that any swooning would probably work on him.
Bled immediately from wanting to go back in, wanting to basically marry these girls and like spend his life with them, immediately flip-flops and is all of a sudden completely against it and completely on board with whatever Celeste suggests to him.
I think well, I'm not sure where we want to go, but I don't think we want to go back into the lioness's den.
I agree.
I also would agree.
No younger me a year ago, before I met Junie number 2, I would have been in there in a heartbeat. $15 donation from Nolan.
Onward to $3,000.
Nice.
Let's
Nice.
do.
Nice.
Thank you, Nolan. That triggers a wild magic surge. If Cross, you would like to roll a D100.
If I turn invisible again, I swear.
Oh, this is gonna be fun at this moment.
I'm not used to asking the DM to roll.
56.
56. Let's see what that says. Your hair falls out but grows back in 24 hours. Who that is up to you.
All right.
Cloud doesn't have hair, so I think it wouldn't apply to him.
I mean, me in real life, I'd be willing to go shave for $100 donation.
There is something truly horrific about a hairless cat. So
They are.
I'm going to roll a d4 just to see since we have 4 players, even though Cloud doesn't have any hair.
It's Cled. I can tell by your reaction.
It's actually not.
Oh,
It's
is
Breeze.
it the cat?
Oh.
The happy wild man just went bald.
I swear, I'm having cold feet, Cled. No, I'm not. I can do this. I was a party, but there were so
As he's
many women in
panicking,
there.
like
What
Cled,
do
you
I
look at him and
do?
just see all his hair starting to like fall off his head.
Oh no, it's happening already.
No, we need. What's going on? What happened?
Clearly
We
the
need to
stress
get
of
that
the time.
back.
Oh,
You
no.
gotta look good for the wedding.
Oh no, this is because responsibilities.
As you're all out standing in the squares, like you do notice a door open in another building just across the way, and you actually see the older gruff woman that you were talking to in the market, like kind of like come at the door and kind of look at you, like, psst, get out of there, get in here now.
Gladly. And Cloud will just, like, follow her.
Cloud heads across and goes in. And she kind of looks at the other 3 of you like, well, get in.
I will. If we are also going and I see Cloud, I am 100% going.
All right.
I'm Jenna trying to pick up my hair.
I feel like Breeze is kind of nudging Cled away, and Cled's just kind of looking over his shoulder, like,
Just kind of like grabbing him and
yeah.
inching him across the marketplace. The Celeste head as well. Is she going in?
yeah, I think so.
I think being the first to arrive, Cloud would say, ma'am, apologies for our less than polite behavior earlier, but you were polite and wise enough to give us back our horse. Could you perhaps provide some insight into the companions and other people who live in your town? It seems that they're rather infatuated with all of us, but especially that halfling that it never happens to. Could you help us know a bit about what's going on?
Absolutely, I can tell you everything. Just all of you get inside. Not safe out there for you.
We'll be gesturing to the others as he's having this conversation.
You all head in and you kind of come in the building and there's a little stairway down into a bit of a more open area in the building.
Would like to tell Juniper it is okay, you can handle the stairs. But then if she's too scared of the stairs, I will let her stay outside the house. But
She's
tell her
100% staying outside of the house. She does not want to attempt the stairs.
If somebody tries to put a rope on you, kick with your back legs towards the jaw as hard as you can. Even if it's one of us, just do it. Protect yourself.
Mental note.
Did I take sanctuary?
She stays outside with the knowledge of basically the next person who goes near is going to get head kicked. Mm-hmm. And you all head inside and head down. What are we all doing just standing out in the streets?
Well, we had a strange interaction inside of the tavern in which Celeste here is typically the one to draw the ire of everyone, and it seemed to be on everyone else, and we realized something was going on and wanted to distance ourselves. And that's when you found us.
You're exactly who they go for. You ever notice that there's no men in this town? You notice that at all today?
The attention was drawn a few drinks in, yes.
A few drinks in? You're all a bit slow, right? Fairly obvious the town's full of only women.
Well, things happen.
The women didn't used to be the only ones here. There used to be men who were very corrupt, very abusive, and honestly, a lot of the women ended up getting sold off, made lots of money for the men. Eventually, rebelled. They didn't just rebel, they asked for help. And the next day there was no men left.
Just like that?
Just like that.
They eat them.
That's a good story. That's a story with a happy ending.
You realize you're a
Did they
man,
ask
right?
for this help?
Oh, wait.
Smart question, Celeste.
Yeah, well, it's also
I'm just saying, if they were sad, and then they were happy, and something happened in between, that's a win.
I don't think any of you have ever asked how Celeste ended up in a certain agreement that accounts for her one level in Warlock. But she knows about making deals that you can't get out of.
But they were quite happy to make the deal. There's apparently a woman of the woods that they made the deal with. Ended up being a succubus queen.
Oh.
Not all the women in the town are succubus, but the deal stands that they can still live here, and as long as they provide men for the succubus that live amongst them, then they can reap rewards, and she would help to make the town profitable. That's why so much stuff here is high end. That's why so much stuff here costs a lot. That's why so much stuff here is expensive. The town's booming because of that deal.
Well, that's good information to have. Is there anything we can do about that, or is it safer if... I mean, you live here. What would you like the outcome of your town to be, as you seem to be the sane one?
Oh, me?
Yes, you have a few years left in you, I'd imagine. How would you like the town to go before your time ends?
Been in this town for a long time now. And honestly, quite content with it the way it is.
Oh. So you didn't have like a Mr. Little buff old stable man that just disappeared? That wasn't bad?
No, there was someone in my life, but
So
isn't around anymore. It's
were
just
they all
me
bad?
and all the men were.
Oh.
And you know what?
That does seem like a vicious overcategorization. I feel like they couldn't all have been bad.
Either way, they were all very tasty though.
Uh-oh. Wait, there were what?
I told you they wanted to eat us.
Let's go. Let's
As she
go.
stands in front of you, you see this little old lady transform into this beautiful looking woman with long red hair, horns coming out of her head, wings on her back.
Magic surge or not.
It's been a while
Thanks
since
for
I got
being
out
an
of that
amazing group
form.
of friends who always accept the quest to help others in the name.
Thank you for walking right
Of
in here. It makes
Playotic
this
good.
next part a lot easier when they don't fight as hard. And as you step in, you also notice that in the door behind you walk in some of the women you were flirting with in the bar.
Oh.
Oh no.
And you see them also transform and grow wings and horns into succubus.
Oh no.
Gentlemen, I need you to roll initiative for me.
All that coming.
Oh, we got a $15 donation
Oh,
for a
nice.
wild magic surge, it looks like.
Oh,
And-
perfect time. Is this going to help or hurt you all? Let's find out.
And someone in the chat said, remember the spaghetti pet.
Of the spaghetti pit.
I rolled a 17. I'm gonna run to the outhouse real quick. I'll be 30 seconds.
I got a 21 on my initiative.
22.
Alright, hold on. One. Who got 22?
Celestia.
Let's get 22. Why I'm singing.
Oh, I sing all the time.
Yeah, it's the best way to talk to yourself.
Alright, and what did Breeze get?
17. Yeah.
And did Cled say what he got before he jumped up there?
I think it was a 16 or an 18, something in that range.
I'll double check when he comes back. It was 78 on the wild magic roll.
Oh, what was it? I'm sorry.
78.
78. All right. Whoa, high ones. That's a. Oh no. Roll for a player?
Oh no. Okay. What happens to Cled?
He casts polymorph on himself, and if he fails the saving throw, he turns into a sheep for the spell's duration.
How long does the spell last?
Let's look up polymorph. I can't remember.
It's a minute?
20 Yeah, it might be short for polymorph instead of true polymorph. Where's my? I have so many tabs up.
It's
There.
been a while since I've had anyone cast polymorph.
Yeah, I've not had polymorph for a while. I don't remember the time on it. I'm like,
That one is
It is a minute, that's
1
like 6
hour.
Ooh.
1 hour. Yes. Cled, welcome back.
What's the save for it?
The spell save is going to be. This is bad. It's 13. 13.
Cloud guide, Cled here.
Wisdom save.
Cled, I've got some bad news for you.
Lovely.
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Okay. 11.
Oh no.
Can I cast guidance? Can divine intervention here a
You
little
can
bit?
cast guidance because this could go very wrong if he doesn't get it.
I rolled a 2. You can add a 2 to that.
13.
Oh, thank God, that was a save. Oh, just chat. Donated for a wild magic roll. And the wild magic roll, I then rolled for a player, and it was yourself. And if you failed that save, you would polymorph into a sheep for the length of the spell, which is 1 hour. So you better thank that Dragonborn hard because he just saved you from getting turned into a sheep for
Everybody
this
calm
fight.
down. Everybody calm down. We're okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that could have gone very bad
You
very
mean
fast.
to tell me I made a level 10 character and I would have been a sheep for the rest of the game?
And that right there is why I love D&D. What do you roll for initiative, Cled, now that you're not a sheep?
I rolled a 17 for initiative before I
17.
ran to the outhouse.
No worries, I didn't catch it before you went, and I'm like, that could have went very badly, very quick. Alright, so in this room, you will notice it's kind of a rundown. It's almost kind of like a version of the bar in a sense. It's like there's tables and chairs kind of scattered. It's an old rundown looking building that you're in. You'll see the Succubus Queen at the kind of far end. There's almost like a curved wall at that side of the building that she's standing against. You do notice as well along the sides of the building, you do spot some cages. And now that they catch your attention, you do see that there's some people tied up in them, like chained and cuffed in them.
They're either having the best night of their lives or a very awful time.
And I will say that you do recognize that they are male. And then you also have the succubus that came in the room behind you. They have walked in after you, so you don't have that same exit. So first up is Celeste.
All right. So if she's against the far wall, how far away is that?
From where you are, I would say it's about 20, 25 feet. Because you guys were fairly talking to her, so you were all fairly close at the moment.
Okay, so it's a small space. All right. So step one, Celeste casts Hex on her, which is going to give me a bonus to damage when I hit. But more importantly, gives her disadvantage on one ability and its associated skill checks, which is going to be Wisdom.
Ooh,
Nice one.
Step two is Panache, which is again my Persuasion versus her Wisdom Insight with disadvantage. And if successful, she has disadvantage on attacks on anyone else, and she can't make opportunity attacks on anyone else.
Oh, perfect.
Dang.
That's
Love
nice.
The
No
disadvantage on
opportunity
the
attacks.
wisdom save. What's the save DC for it?
It's not a save; it's a check. It's a insight.
Lower of the two is a 2. It fails.
Nice.
Well, the first digit is a 2, 23. So yeah, she has disadvantage on attacks against anyone else. Can't make opportunity attacks on anyone else. Lasts for a minute, or until an ally attacks or affects the target with a spell, or I'm 60 feet away, which does not seem to be an issue in this space.
No, that shouldn't be an issue in this space. I don't think you can get up to that far away. Okay, so yeah, so it's going to last at least 6 rounds, or unless someone successfully attacks her, essentially. All right. Is
Which
there
one
anything else that Celeste wants to do?
Yeah, she's gonna move to point blank range and do the rapier and buckler thing and just look intimidating. But she's already used her action and bonus action.
No worries. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd say that you want to do anything else, like you didn't just do a lot of stuff there to like completely screw up my big bad for this one.
Is that what it says is that the effect ends if an ally attacks or affects the target, does not refer to me attacking or harming the target. So
that's true. Actually, that is the wording of it. So technically, you can attack her.
Yep.
All right. So next up is our big dragonborn Cloud.
Yeah. Cloud, having traveled with Celeste long enough, would probably understand this and not interfere, right, Celeste? Something
Oh, yeah,
probably
you've
do
seen
often.
this before.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Then he's an ex-soldier, Cloud, not Strife, Downburst, not at all related, is going to, like, very much go, I thought I could find peace somewhere, and, like, go back very, like, change his stance, get ready for a fight. And would you say all of these succubus in the room, except for the queen, are within 30 feet?
Sure. Yes, they are.
Okay. He's going to just go, well, if you have to kill them all, you might as well do it quickly. And just stab his staff into the ground and cast Destructive Wave. And I'd like everyone that is not an ally or a prisoner to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, please.
You said not allies, right?
Yep, it's whoever I pick. So the
Sweet.
prisoners and the allies are safe, and so is the queen to not interrupt the panache, the regular succubus, and if there's any other enemies within 30 feet.
Thank you.
So first one got
Nice.
an 18.
Okay, that's a save.
The good
Second one,
AoE.
nat 1. Third one got a nat 1 as well.
Oh no!
I literally
Nice.
go back-to-back nat 1s. And then the last one got a 19. So,
Okay, so 2
1 and
saves,
4
2
saved, and the other 2 completely
Okay,
not.
so for the 5d6 thunder damage, I'm just going to expend a spell of Channel Divinity and just make that 30 damage, and then I'll roll the 5d6 for the radiant damage.
That is solid.
10, 23. So for those who failed will take 53 points of damage, 30 thunder, 23 radiant. For those who didn't succeed, we'll do half. So 15 and I'm not the math one. Someone, what's half?
53 is 26.
Thank you.
It's going to be 26.
That's so much damage in an
That's a
AoE.
lot.
That's
He's
nice.
a soldier. He's used to getting in there, ending combat, and hoping it ends. And I just love it's everyone you choose. It's like so many cleric AoEs you can't use because they're going to kill your friends. This one you choose who you want to hit.
Are you Tempest?
Mhm.
Yeah, that Channel Divinity for max. Is it max thunder damage or
Thunder and lightning.
And
you get to
thunder?
pick.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
If it was lightning, I could have pushed them all away, but it's thunder damage on this one.
Alright,
Next
that's
time.
it for our big Dragonborn.
Yeah, I don't have any non-leveled spell bonus actions, so he can't do anything else.
Next up is the freshly bald breeze.
Oh, okay. I'll drop the hair that I'm holding at this point because I'm scared and my hair is the least of my concern. So I'm gonna drop. I try to pick up my hair. I'm gonna throw it back down on the ground at this point. Oh man, I am gonna use my bonus action though. And I'm not usually very confident myself, but I'm gonna like rip my shirt off and show my, my air genasi body with wind wisping around me, and I'm gonna hold my arms out and let stars start showing up on my body and forming a constellation. And I will take my wild shape form to be a star map. I will choose the archer, so I have an archer for my wild shape, and it lets me fire an arrow for my bonus action when I cast it. And I want to hit any one of the succubus at this point that's not the queen, so the one that's closest to me.
One that's closest to you. Alright.
And that is starry form. Oh man, I don't know how to find this on the on the character sheet. There it is, Archer. Oh hey, look at you, D&D Beyond. It's a +9 to hit. That's a 13.
For the two that failed, they're also knocked prone, if that changes anything about that hit.
It doesn't for this one. The one closest to him is one of the ones that succeeded. But thank you for letting me know.
I'm
Remind me
just
if I forget.
reading the wall of text for that spell, making sure I didn't miss anything.
I actually think it would have made it worse because I think ranged is disadvantage on prone targets.
On targets. Yeah.
Alright, you're hacking these guys up so far.
Does 13 did a 13 hit or miss?
13 is a miss.
I figured. So that's bonus action. Still in my starry form. For an action, I have spells. Hey, why not? Why not? I don't get to do this very often. This is That's
As a
too big.
DM,
It'll
I
hurt.
don't like when you say that.
Is it possible to how many succubus can I get within a 60-foot cone and not hit my friends?
A 60-foot cone. Where you're standing.
At least.
I've got a map up for myself for this stuff because I can't work this stuff up myself. You would be able to get 2 of them.
Awesome. I will take 2, and I will cast Cone of Cold, and it requires a con save. DC 17.
Ooh, those were all. All right, so they both fail.
I'm gonna roll it on D&D Beyond because that's 8d8. That's 40 points of cold damage.
Right.
I'm gonna just blast out the cold. It's time for a cool breeze.
You need a new catchphrase.
Oh, I know.
I think it's wonderful. I would keep it.
Fringe Effect turns the cold blast back on himself and he damages himself instead. But no, you have taken those 2 out. That was the 2 succubus that had been prone and like injured, so
Awesome. I'm gonna.
They are out.
I'll pull back and I'm done.
Alright. Next up, Blade.
Am I correct in you brought Juniper the second down here?
No, Juniper's outside the house.
No, she did say she did not want to come down here.
In defensive mode.
Okay. Darn it! I need my girl. Well, anyway, Cled will run 25 feet towards the closest target other than the queen.
Okay.
Is he within melee range?
He is indeed.
Okay. Cled will attack twice, and probably smite on the first attack.
Alright.
17 to hit on the first one.
Yep, 17 hits.
Alright, so that's going to be this plus the 3d8 on a first level smite. So that's 7,
Smite.
and then we'll do 3d8. So 7 piercing and 13 radiant. So 20 on the first hit.
Ooh, yep.
And then the second attack will be 14 to hit. Oh my gosh, I rolled terrible on that one.
Nope, that one does not hit.
Yeah, the second attack doesn't hit. So, yeah, that'll be the end of Cled's turn.
Nice. Alright, so it's in the place, and next up it is the succubus. So, 2 that are left standing. The succubus head over to some of the cages that are near them. And they reach through and grab the humans that are in there. And you see them biting, and they start to drain and absorb the energy.
Maybe I should have killed them. It probably would have been kinder.
This is not the time for a snack.
And you notice that those succubus, who were looking very, very injured, are all of a sudden looking a lot healthier. And then they have a little bit of movement left, so they are going to attack. The other one is at you. Sorry, I'm jumping from tabs here. Give me one sec. Alright, make me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Who is it?
Lead.
Wisdom saving throw on Cled. Is this by any chance poisoned or frightened?
No.
Okay.
And
That will be a 23.
23 succeeds.
Didn't expect Clint to be so wise.
Can Breeze do the same for me? Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Yes. I am
Breeze was
surprisingly
wise.
I am very wise. Oh no.
Saw the spirit journeys he went on.
I rolled a 5, so that's a total of but I have +9. Oh, so that's 14. Whoa, +9. I have a 14. I don't know what the DC is though. It's probably not enough.
It's 15.
Oh,
Same as it was for Cled. Yeah.
yeah.
You are now charmed.
Oh, zoinks, man! I don't know. Glad
You're magically
I'm having
charmed for
cold
1
feet.
day. Charmed targets obeys the fiend's verbal or telepathic commands, and if the target suffers any harm or receives a suicidal command, it can repeat the saving throw. Alright, but you are now under control of that succubus.
Oh well, it's heart eyes.
Did Cled see which one of those cast that at him and his brother-in-law?
Yes, you can see them. Yeah, the one that cast at you is the one like directly in front of you that you'd attacked, and then the one that cast him is the other standing succubus. There's only 2 in the room at the minute.
Okay.
Alright, but that's it for them, and next up, it is the Queen. All the new disadvantages she has.
Yes.
Alright, so she is probably going to go for the tabaxi that's basically cursed her. And roll, and probably for an attack. Everything's at disadvantage now, so it doesn't make a difference.
She's not on a disadvantage against me.
Oh,
Surveillance.
not against you? Okay.
It's like a goading attack.
So it's going to go for... dirty 20.
Okay, what kind of attack is she making?
Melee attack. She's slashing with claws.
Alright. Did I? Yeah. Yeah, that hits.
You take 23 points of damage.
Are they within 30 feet of me?
30 feet of you. Yes, they're 25 feet away.
Alright, I want to use Rebuke the Violent. Immediate after an attacker within 30 feet deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you. You can use your reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw. Make a wisdom saving throw. On a failure, you're going to take 23 points of radiant damage. However much damage you dealt. So you take 23 points of radiant.
Dang.
That's nice.
That is nuts.
That's a nice reaction.
Mm-hmm.
How many times can you do that?
Just once.
Oh.
Short rest.
Okay, so she's no longer panache. All right.
Oh, neither she is,
yeah.
which means her second attack isn't a disadvantage.
Before
the
she makes
first
that
one.
second attack, can I have a reaction?
You can indeed.
Mage Slayer. If a magic user next to me attacks me, I get to attack back with my reaction.
So many reactions.
Alright,
Yeah.
does she still get to attack? It doesn't like cancel hers out.
It doesn't cancel it out. It just give me
She
a reaction.
misses. I roll the 5. She misses you.
Okay.
Make your attack.
Alrighty. So that's a 25 to hit.
Holy crap! Yeah.
And then Okay. So the rapier is 1d8. She is next to me and nobody else is, which for a swashbuckler means sneak attack works. And Hex gives me an extra d6.
All right, go for it. How much?
31.
Oh.
Dang. All right. You with your freaking reactions.
I just opened my reaction tabs and said, "Oh my god!" So
No, because I seen you make that face. No.
I have 5. Okay.
She's just trying to feed her children. You know, it's a really annoying thing after her getting that damage dealt back. It's now Celeste's actual turn.
It's Celeste's actual turn.
Yeah, it's back at the top of the order, which is Celeste going first. So Celeste gets to do whatever again now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Hang on just a sec. I've got a tiny tabaxi who's in the middle of everything on my desk. Okay. So, bonus action Hexblade's Curse. Which just part of it just works. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to get some extra damage when I hit her. I crit on a 19 or 20.
Nice.
And then action. So I've got my rapier. Green flame starts running along the blade. And going to take a swipe. 21 to hit.
Yep, 21 hits.
Okay. So that is rapier is a D8. Sneak attack is 5d6. Green flame blade is 1d8. Hex is still up 1d6. 27 plus 8, so 35.
35. Dang, she's looking hard now. So let's have done some amazing damage to her. Mm-hmm. Within like a couple of turns. Alright. Next up is Cloud.
And Celeste, she's no longer beguiled by you, correct?
Right.
Perfect.
Shockingly and disturbingly, and why must you bring up my trauma?
Well, I think before the trauma, the first thing you feel is just like, as soon as Cloud shifts his stance, Celeste immediately goes, shit. Because you just feel the pressure in the air changing around you. Before anyone else can feel it, Celeste knows what's coming up. And he's going to walk up and just be like, hi, I would really like it if this ended quickly. That last spell I did normally ends things, and now I'm mad. And he's just going to take his quarterstaff, his staff of lightning and thunder, and just try and like slash her across the face with it. And if it hits, he's going to use the thunder ability.
Okay. Attack.
Okay, I got an 18 plus, I think it's plus 9.
That hits.
Okay, so, and then can she get a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, please?
Constitution.
And I'm going to yell, everyone cover your ears.
Yeah. Oh, she just missed. I got a 16.
Okay, so from the attack alone, she will take...
We're going to end over this, aren't you?
Plus 5 is 9, and since I have my cleric things, I get an extra 1d8 thunder, which is 4, so 9 plus 4 is 15. No, it's not. It's 13.
13.
Hey, I caught it before anyone called me on it. And she is stunned until the end of my next turn. And then as a bonus action, going to bring up my spiritual weapon, which is just a giant lightning bolt. and attack her with the spiritual weapon as well. Which is... It's just a spell attack. That's an 11 plus my spiritual weapon, I think, gives me a plus 9. It gives me a plus 9, so a 20, and it'll do 1d8 plus 5.
If she's stunned, is it an advantage?
True, I might get a crit.
Yeah, that would be.
I did not get a crit, it got worse. But still takes that 9 damage from that as well. So just a loud burst of thunder that can resonate to 300 feet comes right as he hits her across the side of the head with his staff, and it just stuns her, and then a lightning bolt appears behind her and stabs her through the back. And he goes, I'd really rather we ended this quickly.
I thought thunder came after lightning. That was
You
crazy.
would be surprised how little I can do with my lightning since we're underground. If this fight happened outside, it'd be a different story. However, the Tempest Cleric is currently underground and inside a building with no clear sky, so here we are doing what we can.
That's all right. The cavalry paladin's without his horse.
Exactly. It's like this woman knew what she was doing.
And I'm in love. And not with your sister. Well, that too, but right now, I'm not.
Speaking of Breeze,
her fur is standing on end, and her ears are flat against her skull.
Speaking of Breeze, it is now Breeze's turn.
Well, I'm charmed. What am I able to do on my own?
You can attack your friends.
I can attack my friends. I am charmed. Is that what I'm being instructed to do?
Yeah, the succubus would really like you to go up and attack one of your friends.
Fellas, I'm sorry.
You don't have to roll for it. It would be me.
Yeah.
If we're going off of proximity, I do think Cloud is the closest.
But what if it is multiple?
It would actually be Cled that's the closest, because Cloud walked towards the Queen. So he walked further out of range, so it would actually be Cled that's closest.
Thank you.
Okay.
So Starry Archer, what are you going to do to him?
I'm going to do what I've been told to do. I'm going to bonus action shoot my arrow at Cled. This is going to cause a really good wedding speech as I lose my arrow. Oh, shit. Why? Why did I have to crit? Why? Why?
That's incredible.
God dang it. Okay, so that's going to be 48 plus 5.
Really use one of those chat heels right around now.
That's 16 plus 5, so 21 points of damage, but that's my bonus action. So my action,
16 plus 5, is that including the double for crit?
That's the crit, yeah. 16 plus 5 is the crit. I'm gonna walk up with my... Oh, God. I'm gonna walk up with my action, and I'm gonna shocking grasp you, Cled.
Do it.
And that gets advantage due to the metal armor, doesn't it?
Metal, yeah.
Yeah, he's in metal armor, so it's advantage. This is it, this is where Cled dies. Killed by his brother-in-law at the bachelor party.
I will say, Cled, if you approved one of the prior rings, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Good news.
Not the time.
Good
This
news,
might
it's
be
not.
the last time.
You're right. Kill my brother-in-law.
I'm gonna walk up now, like fully embracing the charm a little more as it sinks in. My hand cackles with lightning. You really should have just said it was okay. We could have got along. And I'm gonna put my hand on you and shot it. I rolled a 19 on the die, plus 9, 28 hit.
I think you know it does.
Okay. Damn. It's 2 more.
He can't help it, he's a DM, he has to ask.
Yeah.
We're trained to ask that question.
Does 42 hit?
That's 14 more points of lightning damage, and you can't take reactions. So I'm done. I'm so done.
Just think, this could have went so differently. You could have been a sheep.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to metagame, but there was a helping hand granted by chat for 10 HP.
Dope. That dude, Callie did redeem it. So the way the helping hand, it goes to the lowest HP. I don't know who that is though.
I'd imagine Clyde.
I'm fairly certain it's Clyde. I don't think anyone else has taken that much damage yet.
I was
at 47 of 94. Now I'm at 57 of 94.
Nice. So he took practically half your health away, essentially, in those attacks.
Oh no!
Sheesh.
I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah.
Clyde, would you like to retaliate? It's your turn.
Oh.
Cled wouldn't, despite the obvious. Cled wouldn't do it.
Now let me ask: would you like to, but not?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. like Cled's instinct was to stab back, but Cled, deep down inside, Cled actually loves Breeze and knows Breeze is the perfect man for his sister, but he gives him the hard time of being perfect for her at the same time.
When you kill all the succubus, he'll kick the crap out you later.
Yeah. So I pinpointed the succubus that laid the charm spell on him prior, and I want to go attack that succubus.
I will tell you, he stepped towards you to attack you. He is now between you and it. You can go over towards it. He will take an opportunity attack on you, though.
That's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I'm walking out of his
Breeze, roll for
threatened
attack.
range.
Oh yeah, out of my. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, because it's your reaction, because you're still aggroed on him.
I do have a dagger, so I will make that attack roll.
Thank you for using that.
So 12 plus 7, 19 to hit?
Yep.
Okay, 1d4 plus 3. It's 4. So 7 points of damage with the dagger.
All right.
Max
Even
damage.
50. Even 50. Okay. So once I get within, we call it 10 feet, since I got reach of the succubus, I'll swing my lance twice at her jugular, singing her pretty song. I'm trying to quiet her down.
All right.
So the first one is a 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And I will use a 3rd level smite. So that's going to be 5d8 on top of the damage.
Ooh.
So the damage, it's... Sheesh. Rolled a 1 on that one. So 6 plus 32, so 38 points of damage on the first swing.
Jesus.
On the first swing.
And then the
Gotta love smite.
second swing...
Are these fiends?
No.
They're fiends.
13
Yeah, they are.
to hit
Succubus
on-
are fiends.
13 to hit on the second one.
13 misses.
Yeah, I figured it did. That's the wait a minute. Is that as an action? Yep, that's the end of my turn.
You say that as if you just half kill one of a succubus or a smite and
Oh, do they have to
one
make a
shot.
concentration check to maintain the charm?
Yes, they would actually.
Which would be DC 20.
So half of 38 would be 19, I believe.
Oh.
May actually free him here. Like a nat 20, which I'm not expecting. I kid you not, I just rolled a nat 20.
Yes.
I swear.
I believe you.
I believe it. That's my luck.
That's Cled's luck for sure.
I can't believe it's on it, he rolled a nat 20, and boom, nat 20, and I'm like, even I don't believe it, and I rolled it. I'm like, so yeah,
Nice.
Breeze is still under control of that succubus.
And I cannot make reactions, correct?
And no, you cannot. You can't make reactions. You're still under the lightning damage.
The shocking grasp. That's the end of my turn.
All right. So next up, oh look at you! It's a succubus. The succubus is going to attack you back.
Pled.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
That's
not
what
attacking you.
say that like Cled is in a lot worse shape than I am.
You better hope I don't survive this.
21
I just
to
don't
hit.
want to. I was about to say I just don't want to mess my hair up, but I forgot I'm bald.
You're bald now. First one's 21 to hit.
Yes.
Your armor's 19, yeah.
It's 18.
18. Oh, second one completely misses. Alright, so first attack. So
we got another
first claw
helping hand.
hits with 7 points of slashing damage.
7?
Yeah, and then the second claw missed.
We did get another helping hand for the 10
Yeah.
HP. Luckily for you, Cross, to know there is a 5-minute cooldown on that, I believe, per person.
I think it's 7 minutes.
I'm actually
according
talking to
to-
people
minutes.
in chat, and I'm like, give you a chance to at least injure them before you keep healing them.
Look, I have lay on hands, but chat has become my lay on hands.
It really has. It's like
Chad is saving me a spell slot and an action. Thank you, Chad.
they are just willing Cled on to victory here. Alright, so that Succubus is taking a shot. This one is going to go up here. And that's going to go for Celeste. Where did I put my d20? Right. First one's a 22. Second one misses. Apparently I'm just not able to hit a second shot on these things.
Is this a spell or a...
No, this one is just a claw attack. And 9 points of slashing damage. And then just completely misses the second shot. Because of course it did.
Is that at me as well?
Yeah. It was a you, but it
No.
missed the second one.
9. Well, you said 9 more?
No, the first claw was 9 points of damage and the second claw missed.
How good does Cled look?
I mean, on the scale of 1 to bloodied, he's bloodied.
Okay. This is probably the roughest I've ever seen Cled, maybe.
His white mustache is turned red at this point.
Oh.
Can't believe we've made it to 25-20 on our goal. Y'all are awesome.
It's incredible.
Y'all are incredible.
Spell attack. Okay. Alright, so the queen is mad and is done.
The queen is stunned until the end of my next turn.
In
So
terms
she
of
is.
memorable bachelor
I
parties, though,
completely forgot. So she is. She is stunned. She
I
can
forgot
do
about that too.
Nothing.
I didn't.
Okay.
It's not even the start, it's the end of my next turn.
Alright, so next up it's Celeste again.
Before we do that, I was just double checking and I was wrong before. Mage Slayer allows me to attack back as a reaction if they attack me with a spell, which he did not last turn.
Okay.
So I believe my reaction attack and my attack on my turn were both roughly 25. So one of those should not have happened.
No worries, I can have it back on.
well,
It has to be.
you're
Thank you-
charmed.
thank
Now
you for being
now
honest
now
about
you get
it.
to be
That
charmed.
is a good catch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all right.
Literally, you could have just kept that going, and I wouldn't have been any the wiser, to be completely honest. Because apparently my big bad is like not allowed to do anything anyway. She has like literally done nothing this whole fight, thanks to you lot. She has literally just stood there and either been attacked or stunned or like blasted back or something. So, so Celeste, what are you going to do to her this time?
Okay, so again, green flames play along the blade of her rapier, which gives her a melee attack, which I'm on the wrong page. There we go. So dirty 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, so So D8 for the rapier, 5d6 for sneak attack. I'm no longer eligible for sneak attack under swashbuckler, but standard sneak attack does work because now one of my allies is next to her. And a D8 for green flame blade, D6 for necrotic. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Flame blade sneak attack. That's nice. I like that a lot.
Okay, that's going to be
Ideas.
43.
23. Crap.
Kaboom!
Yeah, she is looking messed up now. All right. Anything else from Celeste? Is that it for this round?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Yeah.
Worries. Which I always ask that, by the way, because y'all are doing so much stuff, I keep forgetting what's what. Like, what's an action? What's a bonus action? What's an extra attack? What's a feat? What's an extra thing you can just do that's been cast previously? Like, I lose track, so that's why I always double check. Because I'm like, a lot of stuff just happened there. All right, next up is Cloud.
As the queen is stunned, she cannot get an attack of opportunity on me. So I'm going to walk back to the center to get back in the range of hitting everyone that is not an ally and go, well, let's try and break this charm, shall we? And again, cast his divine thing, whatever that's called. The big one. It's destructive
The
wave.
divine big one.
The divine big one.
Divine big
From
one.
now on.
Yep. Gonna cast another destructive wave, hitting all of the succubus, including the queen this time. And so it's
Okay.
again that Constitution save of 17.
What's the range for that? Was that just an
It's-
area of effect? Or is that
Yeah, anyone within 30 feet.
Okay. All right, and what's the save on that?
17.
Con save? 17.
The divine big one. I love that so much.
I can't get over it.
No, that's like a whole character backstory waiting to happen.
The problem with having 70 possible spells for this character was I'm not going to remember the name of all of them.
No,
I'm kind of glad you didn't. Divine Big One would be the best
I made
one.
I made the mistake of making a level 20 sorcerer for tomorrow's game.
Oh.
Wish me luck.
This entire time I've been like, did I prepare that one? No. Did I prepare that one? No. Every time I think of a situational spell, it's the other 55 I could have prepared.
Yeah, always happens. So the succubus both succeed, the queen does not, because of course she doesn't, because screw having a threat in this fight.
Yeah. So I'll use the second channel divinity to just make that thunder damage of 30, and then I'll roll the radiant damage. Oops, shit. Well, 10, 20. So 50 total, 25 for those who saved, 50 for the queen.
Divine big one it is. We're not misleading.
As you send a shockwave out amongst the succubus, you strike the queen straight on as she is standing there stunned, and she falls to the ground. She is finished.
Nice.
The
Nice.
succubus are still standing, the ones that are left, but she is done.
Did the succubus that's charming breeze save on their
He failed. So Breeze is finally released.
And then just for extra measure, spiritual weapon move over, lightning bolt to the heart on that. Oh, 5 plus 9 is 14, probably doesn't hit.
14 does not hit.
Well, he got reckless with it and just like backhanded tried to throw a lightning bolt made out of force energy at her and misses.
It's easy to get arrogant when you do like that massive, the divine big one.
That's forever going to be the name of that spell, but Divine Big One. All right. So next up,
Is that a channel divinity?
The spell?
Yeah.
No, it's a 5th level Divine Wrath.
Oh, Divine Wrath. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, and then using the Tempest Cleric Channel Divinity maxes out Thunder
Maxes
or
it
Lightning
out.
damage. So then you only need to roll in the second half, so it's guaranteed to do at least 15.
That's
So
insane.
facto, the divine.
The divine big one.
Divine big one. All right, Breeze, you are up, and you do not need to attack Cled.
First question: how many succubus are left?
There are 2 left.
2. Is any of them next to Cled?
Yes.
I want to knock my starry arrow again, pull it back. I'm going to look at Cled. I'm going to kind of snap out of it. Oh my god, I almost killed my brother. I'm sorry, Cled. I thought you were stronger. And I'm going to release the arrow to the succubus.
Wow, that was like starting like an apology and then just didn't become one.
I have a charisma modifier of -1, so I have good intentions, but say
That's
bad things.
amazing. It's like, how sorry, I thought you were better than that.
Let's see, for the bonus action arrow attack is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
That's I'm rolling an 80 beyond. That is. Did it not show? Oh, 15. 15 points of damage. What type of damage is the radiant? It's radiant damage. 15 points of radiant damage for the archer shot, and then still standing.
Nope, she is down.
So there's one more. I have a 3rd level spell slot, 5th level spell slot I want to use. I want to cast Guiding Bolt at it at 5th level.
5th level.
I have this feature. This feature
Called max damage?
No, unfortunately. It's nice knowing I have resistance to lightning damage being around you, though. Trying to find my feature here. I have something for this. Reactions. Nope. Okay, I'm just going to do the Guiding Bolt. I have to wait for them to do something. So a spell attack.
He says that like Guiding Bolt doesn't do a lot of damage at 5th level. Like
At 5th level is so much. I hope it hits so bad. I was just hoping I had a way to make sure it happened.
Was the story map allows you to cast Guiding Bolt without using a spell slot.
That is right. It does without a spell slot. You're right. I was looking at my wheel and woe, thinking if it might give me a way to add a d6, but it does not. But that is a 19 to hit. Okay.
You know what? I'm just going to settle it because whatever you roll here, this is over. How do you want to finish it?
I would like to.
Like, you've hit, there's no way it's not doing enough damage.
I'll throw the Guiding Bolt and kind of lob it over old school Johnny Cage Mortal Kombat style. Just lob this bolt over, hit. Yeah. Oh, Claire, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I could hurt you so much.
Cled immediately casts Calm Emotions on himself.
I thought you were gonna make me feel better.
I am making you feel better. I'm not going to kill you.
Are we still in combat?
You are officially out of combat.
I would like to heal Cled.
And I'll do a mass healing word for everyone.
All right.
Oh,
And Celesta's going to head over and start picking locks of the cells to let the prisoners out.
I didn't. I'm gonna give you a good berry to heal you, Cled. That's all I got. I didn't prepare healing spells.
I'm gonna heal you.
Celeste,
Here's a
do you hit
berry.
it all?
Yeah, I'm about 20 down.
Okay, you each gain 4 HP back.
Yeah, so I got 1 good berry and 4 HP.
Yeah.
So 5 total.
I can give you
I look
5
at
more
both
good
of you
berries.
and I go, "Hey, all right, that's a tickle and all, but I think I can handle it from here." And I put my hands on my chest and heal myself back to full.
I didn't think we'd need to heal at a bachelor party, so I didn't prepare anything more useful. I apologize.
It's all right. You did quite a lot with that thunder before lightning shit you were doing.
Thank you. I said I was a soldier. We've just never needed to see it before. The tonal shift as the music comes back.
That threw me so much there as I went back to just the nice da 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 music. Like, okay. But yeah, you are out of combat. You have defeated the succubus, you unlock the cells, and release the remaining gentlemen out of them. And let them back out. And pretty much, yeah, the story that you were told was true, that the people that used to run the city were very abusive, very corrupt. And the women made a deal with the succubus queen. Give them all the men and, you know, they would be able to live a good life. And they decided to do that regardless of the men. And the men that were still alive here were either waiting to become snacks or waiting to be sold off to make more money. But you have freedom. You have taken out the succubus and you have had a rather, you know, fairly typical bachelor party, you know. Pretty much.
Can I spot any rings in the vicinity?
In the vicinity of where you are?
10 of
We're
them
in a town. Yeah, 10 of them.
On Celeste's fingers?
Yeah,
you spot quite a few that Celeste's didn't have when you came into town and now does.
Celeste, that's a really pretty one right there on the left, third one. Do you have any attachment to that?
And she gives the biggest sigh, you know, you've ever seen, and reluctantly pulls it off and hands it over.
Reluctantly, as Cled steps in. If he sees the reluctant look on your face, Cled steps in and Cled goes, "Hey, no need for all that. Breeze, listen. We've been traveling for a while, and I know I've been giving you a hard time, but that first ring you made was perfect. It's everything that is you that needs to be everything for her, and she's gonna love it."
He's clearly charmed. We must get him.
The lavender's nice touch, and I think she will always think of you when she looks down at her hand, whether you're with her or far away.
My big ring broke because it's just a dead stick. So that's,
the first ring was perfect. Not anymore. It's done. It's destroyed.
Oh well. She kind of broke it. The succubus did. $4.49.
You heard that.
What is wrong with you?
You heard that cheer coming right in the morning when the succubus broke it, and all I heard was say, "Yay!" coming in the background.
Is Cled happy that ring is broke?
No, Cled urges you to fashion a new one.
I will start druid crafting a wooden ring and grow little tiny red and purple bulbs on it.
You all.
Celeste takes back the the ring. Is clearly wounded. She's been rejected twice in one evening. This is just not.
Celeste,
what should be.
That was very kind of you to allow me. When we get back to my druid circle, I think that there is a particular totem that you might be interested in. It's a tree with a dangly little pine cone on it.
She has pictures of images in her mind of swiping at it from the ground.
I believe they call it the natural big one.
That's awesome.
Cloud
I'm
will
just
be
picturing
mending.
a person-sized cat toy. That's all.
Yeah.
Cloud will be mending all of our armor post-battle, just going around patching up any sort of tears, thing where like the arrows went through Cled, like repairing the armor a bit, trying to get everyone back up, at least materialistically, to where they were pre-combat. And if Breeze needs any help mending the ring back together before Druidcraft would happily help repair it for him.
As you all finish up in the town, the evening has came and gone. You've partied and drank and fought your way through the night, and all start making your way out of town in the morning. Breeze trying to make a new ring for his lady love to take back and show his affection. Cloud is trying to make sure everything's repaired, everything's in order, everything's back to where it was so we can journey home safely. Celeste, heart and broken from being rejected a couple of times, wallows in all the riches that she managed to swindle off the town before everything went to crap later on that night. And
but
everybody
she has her mojo back. That's the important thing.
She got her mojo back. And everybody also just collectively sighs the fact that if Cled has accepted Breeze fully as he is and that his ring is good enough, and if he'd just done that before, none of you would have had to go through any of this. And it's all his fault for not just doing that earlier.
Hug him.
And you all head out of the town and head back towards the docks to sail and head home. That is where we wrap up our adventure for this evening.
Awesome.
Lovely.
Nice. Well done, Cross. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cross. Dope. What poetic justice to have a bachelor party and it be a succubus. That's so nice. So it's been fantastic playing with all of y'all today and watching the ones play that I didn't get to be a part of. And Cross, thank you for running this awesome game for us tonight.
Thank you for having me and having us be part of this.
Boomer, Steve, Sean, thank you for playing in here. It's been fantastic. Again, let anybody know where they can find you if you have any projects going on. I would like for everybody to, we'll start with Cross here, DM. Let everybody know where they can find you and your project, what you do, because y'all are amazing and the world needs to see every one of you as much as they can. So please let them know how to do that.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity. So I'm Cross. I'm part of Comics in the Cross. Our main channel is here on Twitch. We're also on YouTube and across social media. Just look up Comics in the Cross and pretty much anywhere you can find us. We are mainly D&Ders. We do 2 actual play D&D campaigns, or well, one's D&D, one's D&D adjacent. We run a D&D campaign on Monday evenings at 8:30 Eastern, and then on Sunday nights, it's actually our other GM has created a very kind of think Fallout survival-esque TTRPG, based on the ideas of D&D, that we run on Sunday evenings at 8:30 PM. And then throughout the week, we also do gaming. We also play a lot of community games, a lot of solo games. We also do podcasting every so often as well. So anywhere you look us up, you can find all our stuff. Thank you.
Awesome. And it's been great playing with you and your friends that came in as well. It's been just awesome. So, Buck?
I used to stream on YouTube. I still plan to, but over the past year, I've just been kind of guest spotting in other games. Been playing Cypher System, which is a lot different than D&D. It's a lot more narrative-based TTRPG, but it's a blast. Guest spotting on KedHup's channel and BHG's channel, but I do plan on ramping mine back up. I don't know when, but I just enjoy guest spotting wherever people will allow me to roleplay with them. So always looking for the next opportunity. But it was a blast. I had fun with all of y'all tonight.
Mm-hmm. Always a blast with you, Boomer. Thank you. Steve, any projects, anything going on?
Hi, I'm Steve, Tall Halfling RPG on Threads, Tall Halfling just by itself on some of the other socials. I play mostly one-shots and charity games across a bunch of different channels on Twitch and on YouTube. Coming up next weekend, be trying out the Fallout RPG over on Lost Caravan. I think the most important question is so where are we standing at the end of the day for the fundraiser? Because we're here to help.
At the end of the day, so far we are at 25.64 49 cents. I want to say dang you and thank you. But yeah, this wouldn't be possible without Cross, Steve, Buck, Sean, y'all playing. Oh, it's 2570. Somebody, let me refresh it. But it's amazing. Thank you, Holdren, for evening that out. Sean, where can people find you?
I'm Sean. In terms of seeing me, I don't have anywhere. Yesterday was actually my first ever live stream, so this has been a lot of fun to join you all. But if you want to hear me, I am the DM for our podcast, Help Action Needed. We are a storytelling-focused D&D podcast. Rules sometimes come into play. Things happen. Don't at me about them. I don't care. But we have, if you're interested in hearing it, episode 7 came out this week, which is a good intro point as it's the next arc starting. We also did a music therapy episode that came out Friday, entirely dissociated from the rest of the main campaign. So if you just want to kind of get a vibe for the show, that'd be a spot. And then on Threads, Instagram, Help Action Needed. And then I do have a game next week. I don't know where it's going to be at yet, but we're going to be doing a new game called Good Soup. So look out for that. And then there's a summer project that I don't think has been announced yet that also I see. Going for. I did a play test with Jordan a couple weeks ago. And then there's a stream of it. I think on Goosepoop 207 is the Twitch, but I don't know if it'll be there or somewhere else. It hasn't really been checked out yet. And I think it's next Friday. Follow the socially things to get more of that. But yeah, I don't know. If I ever pop up on another thing where my face is there, I'll also post that on social so people can see that as well.
Awesome. Well, it has, it's been, like I said, I can't say it again. It's been really awesome getting to play with y'all. I love getting to play with new people again, too. So as always, a pleasure. And I hope Steve and Sean, I get to play with you, and Cross, I get to play with y'all again. I haven't got to play with Cross as much as try to spoil Cross's fun, but maybe sometime we'll go on the other side of it for a turn. It was awesome, though. And it's been a fantastic day. Hey, Josh. Hey, Ghosty, my buddy. One of my best friends in real life. Ghosty, it's great to see you. A fantastic Eve streamer. So if you enjoy that, you should go check them out. We're staying up here. We're done, actually, for the day. We've been streaming since 11 o'clock this morning and doing 34 hours all weekend long of straight tabletop games, raising money for kids. So when the thing goes back away, there we go. We've raised $2,570 total out of our $1,500 goal is how we're going to end our night. So I don't know how I couldn't be any happier. So y'all are just a true blessing, and thank you. And we will see you all tomorrow. Let's raid into somebody. Let's see who we got that's streaming right now. Let's see for Playotic. Twitch, what do we have? Who's online? Well, who is playing some D&D? What do we got? We got Dork Tales. Let's head over to Dork Tales. We like them a whole lot. It's a super fun group. So if you enjoy watching some more tabletops for the rest of your day, give them a shout. I said, sorry, talking and typing at the same time is like walking and eating gum. No. Not eating gum, chewing gum. Dork talk. I raid Dork talk. It's Dork Tales. Dales. Dang, I can't. It's been a long day. Raid Dank Tail. Dork Tales. All right, there we go.
Oh my goodness, you're going downhill now.
Okay. I'm digressing here. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit that raid now view. Pop it. What's our raid phrase gonna be? If y'all got one of the whole day. What is a phrase that sticks out, chat, to you for us to say to them?
The Divine Big One.
I'm a fan of the Divine Big One
It's
myself.
gotta be the Divine Big One, surely. It's gotta be.
Get ready for the Divine Big One. As we into your chat.
I like the Divine Big One.
I'll say it for the rest of my life. I love it so much.
It's the benefit of podcasting is you can edit out everything you don't know. Yeah. But when you're on a live stream, you've got to just fill the sound.
All right, so drop I'm casting the Divine Big One in chat when you pop up so they know you're here. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Mm.